Going live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Guessing Secrets, a charity game in the style of Dropout's Dirty Laundry. We are raising money for the Transgender Law Center with the goal of $150,000 by the end of the year. We have 4 wonderful guests with us today, and each of them has submitted secrets, stories from their past, and no one is quite, that's also true, but no one is quite sure which story belongs to who. This time around, it's everyone's favorite, thank you, I nailed it. It's everyone's favorite group of goofballs trapped in a computer, the cast of the Amazing Digital Circus. Let's see what turn of the Millennium computer programs we have on our Windows 98 desktop. Digital Circus is wacky, so today, unlike usual, we're going to be starting on the right instead of the left. First up, we've got a browser dress-up game developed in Flash with the wildest outfit combinations you've ever seen. It's Alex, voice of Kane.
Hello. I mean, if I had a choice of, like, turn of the millennium computer programs, I think Kane would very neatly be a 3D space pinball.
Oh, well, I assigned someone else that. We'll see who gets it. Next to him on the same couch, it's a creature collecting and breeding game with the ugliest monsters you've ever seen and critters who are constantly under attack. It's Marissa, voice of Gangle.
Yeah, let's go!
Then on the other couch, we have the aforementioned space pinball game on your grandma's computer that was shockingly addicting and had weirdly good music. Lizzie, voice of Pomni.
Where am I? Wait, what happened? Ah!
I wish I had like a hotkey to just delete your Fuki. And filling up the rest of that 2 megabyte hard drive, it's a game advertised at the start of a Disney VHS tape that was actually really messed up and scarred children for life. It's Ashley, voice of Zooble.
Hello, I'm sick.
All right.
Oh.
And I'm your host, Jello. If you're a Glitch mega fan, you might know me as the voice of Mr. Puzzles in SMG4 or PD in Metarunner. And if you don't know me, then I'm the green guy in the middle. Here's how this game works. Each of these lovely guests has submitted a selection of stories from their life. I will read out each prompt, and you all guess who the story belongs to. If you manage to guess the story's owner, you get 1 point. But if the story is yours and nobody guesses you, you get 3 points. So this is a game about lying, discussion, and throwing around accusations in order to get as many points as you can. But be careful, because it's always possible the story could belong to me, and I am always a valid guess. And again, this is a charity game. We are raising money for the Transgender Law Center. The goal is $150,000 by the end of the year, and thanks to all of your generous donations, we are over halfway. I encourage you all to donate during the stream and get us to read out your names and etc., if we see you. You guys all know each other pretty well, I would say. How do you think you're going to do in this game? Who do you think is going to crush it? Who do you think is going to have 0 points by the end, etc., etc.?
I was honest. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know why my gut says Marissa is gonna win.
I could agree with that.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I can
devious.
see that.
Marissa's
Honestly,
good at sniffing out people and also good at, I don't want to say hiding secrets. That sounds mean, but you know what? I'll say being mysterious.
Yeah,
I
okay.
generally have no idea how the hell I'm gonna do in this, because most of the stuff that I've picked out is not especially scandalous, I don't think.
I did.
Yeah, I also feel like you're not a great liar, Alex.
Yeah, neither am I, though. I'm in
I'm
trouble
best.
here. Well, I had a hard time thinking of stories because I've told you guys so much of my usual, like, go-to secrets, so darn it!
Thank you, Ashley Nichols, for $50. Who could that be?
Who the fuck is that? They sound gay.
I will say I will say they do sound gay. I will say, you guys go like, I think Marissa's gonna win. Marissa did, like, years ago, I was like, maybe I should do games like this before it was even gonna be for a charity thing. And I was like, friends, submit some stories. And Marissa submitted stories that, like, everybody knew in our friend group. And I was like, well, you can't do those. And for this, it was like, okay, can you submit some that you don't think people will know? Like, really dig deep. And you submitted some that people knew. And I was like, okay, 2 of these have animatics on YouTube of people who watch our stuff that have
Listen,
quintuple
already
digit
told-
views.
I've already
And-
told all my scandalous stories.
And Then, when I was like, try one more time, you sent me 5 stories, 4 of which I had never seen. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But the first one you submitted was again from the selection of the animatic. And you were just like, maybe he won't notice this time.
Maybe I can get away with posting my greatest hits.
All right, let's just get started. Oh, and I will say up front, I know since Amazing Digital Circus has a lot of younger fans, there might be some babies in the audience. This stream is intended for 18 plus viewers because
This is not for children at all.
We're covering our bases by saying that. And if you would like to be like, oh my goodness, I'm a child, I'll leave my parents' credit card here to donate and I'll walk out the door and tip my hat, that would be awesome of you. But I'm just saying that, thank you Anonymous for $25. I'm just saying that to cover our bases, because you'll see the energy right away. First prompt: who met their birth parent for the first time while catfishing people online as a teenager?
Whoa.
Huh?
Huh?
Actually,
This
I
is
thought
What do you
Ashley's
mean? Why
story.
me? What do you mean, why you?
they who denied it supplied it.
I was gonna say it sounds like a fucking Jello story.
Does it? You think I catfished my mom?
YouTubers always have a
no,
devious past.
No, I only get canceled for being like, I don't like a cartoon.
It's true.
I mean, I don't want to go for the obvious root of the issue, but as far as birth parents are concerned, I think Ashley, you're the only one I've ever heard talk about such a state.
I listen. I mean,
There's an obvious
I-
tip-off in this story if you look closely.
We met
I've-
Marissa's family in New York. I'm just saying.
I
That's
have
true.
parents.
Well, obviously.
It's kind of a process of elimination thing because I know about Lizzie's parents, I know about Marissa's parents. The only two are Jello and Ashley, and I don't think we're gonna start on one of Jello's fake out answers so soon. So
One day I'll do
never
that.
Yeah,
done
but
actually.
he's tricky. He could start us out on a trick question, just
Ashley's
to
the
mess with
worst
stuff.
defense I've ever heard.
See,
You
now-
He's faking us
so
out.
guilty.
He's
Absolute
faking us out.
bullshit. I can hear the lie in your voice.
I will say Marissa has met my parents before, so
Fuck!
I love the don't. All right, Ashley,
Liz,
here's my hand to you. Don't go fuck.
Yeah, that maybe is a bit too telling.
Well, why don't we get our votes in? So how this works is usually it's going to start left to right and it's going to rotate each time. So this time it's going to go Ashley, Lizzie, Marissa, Alex, because sometimes it's beneficial to like vote first or vote last, depending on like, oh, I know this for sure, but I don't want everyone else to get a point. So like, it's a shame I have to say mine first. So it's just going to rotate each time. So Ashley, who do you think did this?
The first to point fingers is obviously the one, so it's definitely Marissa.
Lizzie, who do you think?
It's Ashley.
Lizzie, I thought we were friends.
Marissa.
Yeah, but not in this context.
It is obviously Ashley.
It's Ashley.
All right. Ashley, what do you have to say for yourself?
People can meet their biological parents on dating apps. Their parents can be horrible, rotten cheaters.
I
So
want the whole story.
yeah, explain this. What happened?
All right, so am I out? Am I outed?
Yeah, this is obviously you. Everyone gets a point except you. Sorry.
Hey, you were outed minutes ago.
Yeah, so it's me. So yeah, I used to catfish older guys when I was a teenager on dating apps. There was an app in particular called Speed Date that was you have 1 minute to chat someone up and decide if you want to match with them or not. And when I was 16, I thought this was fucking hilarious. Don't do this, kids. Fucking rotten, horrible thing to do. But I was bored and had unrestricted internet access. And one day, I got matched with a guy who was in his like 40s-ish. I don't know. He was much older. And he was like, "Oh, hey, baby, you're so cute, you know, yada, yada, yada." And I was using like a different name and everything. But I was using an actual photo of myself, which is stupid.
Oh.
And I was just like, this username, that's the first name of my biological dad. That's funny. Like, I remember taking note of that, but like, it wasn't actually like his full legal name. It was like some username. And I was like, okay, whatever. Fast forward 2 years, my biological dad, who I had never met, he ran out on my mom when he found out she was pregnant. My bio mom. I'm adopted. I grew up with my adoptive parents. Fast forward 2 years, this guy adds me on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey, can I talk to your mom?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" And so I go to my bio mom, who I had been in contact with for a few months at this point. I'm like, "Hey, mom, who the fuck is this?" And she's like, "Oh, that's your dad, sweetie." I'm like, "Huh? What?"
Oh.
And so I go back over to him, and I'm like, "Hey, were you gonna tell me you were my dad before you asked, hey, can you contact your mom for me?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry." And so I added him on a Facebook because I was deathly curious. Rest in peace, loser dad. And
Aw.
I scrolled down through his Facebook feed, and I got to the very bottom to a bunch of automatic posts that were made to his Facebook from a speed dating site.
No.
And I saw a particular username, and I was like, wait a minute. I know that username. I know that icon that got automatically embedded. No fucking way.
This
And that's
the
the story of how I met my
craziest.
dad.
This is the craziest story to start on. Are you kidding me? And you just casually sprinkled in that he's dead. Like,
Can I just say my
How the
favorite
fuck
thing
are we gonna
about
top this?
my favorite thing about this is that someone in chat goes, "Wait, Ashley's adopted," as though that's even in the top 5 wildest
As if
things.
that's even the closest part of that that's crazy. But yeah, so add in a little extra tidbit. My bio dad died. He had 2 other kids, hated them, wanted to leave me everything, but he didn't update his will before he died of presumably an overdose. So, you know, couldn't predict that. And so my uncle fucking I want to name drop you so bad, who is a Hollywood movie producer, took advantage of that and took my entire inheritance.
Oh
Jeez.
my god.
Jesus Christ.
you're living in a
So-
movie.
Actually,
If-
that I did. You mentioned that somewhere in some server or something that we're both in. I remember hearing about that part somewhere somehow.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to drop his name publicly someday.
Don't do
bad.
it. Yeah, don't do it here.
Remember you telling
Not
me
here.
the Hollywood
Not
movie producer
here.
part.
Yo,
That is
chat. If you can get us to $150,000 right now, we'll drop the name.
Will dox his
right.
ass.
I feel like that's a one-way ticket to having like some fucking fixer / assassin come to your door because fucking the state of things.
I mean, you assassinate someone before they reveal the details, not after. Like at that point, it's
I'll drop
Yeah, right.
one movie that
Yeah,
he
fair
worked
enough.
on. He worked on The Terminator.
oh, that's like a real movie
Okay.
too. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He was
A real
not
movie.
a producer on it, so he's gonna be harder to spot. But
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
I knew it!
Alderwill for any Lyra, thank you for the donations.
Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, I was handed that story and I was like, I like to start out with the juiciest one, so I have to pick
Oh,
that.
I
So-
hate that mine was the juiciest one.
What do you
That's
mean?
fun.
What do you mean?
It couldn't get juicier.
in the first episode of this, Gianni Matrograno submitted who killed someone as a child, and your story was juicier than this. Is this video going to be archived?
What
It depends.
the fuck was the context for that?
You can watch the video to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to find that stream. That's wild.
Yeah. All right. Let's that's 1 point for everyone except Ashley. Let's move to the next one. Who broke into the mayor's office and sat in their chair?
Ah.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't want to say. I'm not gonna drop the name of who I think it is. I'm gonna get this point myself.
You're gonna play it close to the chest.
Uh-huh.
But then there's no debate period.
This sounds like something a baby Alex would do.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
This
this
sounds
is
like
something a young Alex would like aspire to complete.
This sounds like something young Alex would do without realizing that he's doing it.
Yes.
That does. Yes.
I'm gonna guess Lizzie.
Okay. That's never. Shh.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
oh.
expecting Lizzie to explode upon being
that
pointed
sounds-
at.
This also sounds like a thing that a young Lizzie could do.
I mean, it sounds kind of fun, kind of like, oh, such a bad butt thing to do, but like,
You can say badass. It's okay.
I know. I've already said worse swears in this stream. I'm like bad butt, as in like a badass thing to a 12-year-old.
Man, I love that people in the chat are saying I'm like telling on myself, but I know I didn't do that, and I know that the person who did do it is probably sitting there and letting me take the fall and laughing to themselves. That's great. Whoever you are, you enjoy this, because I know I didn't do it.
Oh,
Well, I
see,
know in my
I
heart
was
of
so
hearts
locked in
that
on Alex,
I
but now
didn't do it
Lizzie's
either.
being weird.
Yeah.
Of course I'm being weird. People are blaming me, and I've never done that.
You are a bad liar, huh?
I will say,
Ah,
Lizzie, you have the most suspicious giggle I've ever heard in my life, because it's like it's all F's. It's like a closed mouth. Like,
Yeah, I know. I laugh like I'm sneezing. I can't
it's-
help it. I've always been like that.
it sounds, because like we can't see you right now. It sounds like as you're making that noise, your eyes are ping-ponging left and right, and you're sweating profusely. It's what it sounds.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
but
now
I'm gonna say this is a Jello story.
You're mad at me for what I just
Ooh.
said. So
Yeah. No, I think it's you. I think it's you.
I don't think I've ever met a mayor.
Well, no, you broke into his office and sat in his chair. He wouldn't be there.
If this were me, this would be something I did by accident. Like, I wouldn't even know it was the mayor's office, and I'd be like, oh, a chair with good lumbar support for my giant spine, finally.
I guess just the thing with Lizzie is I just feel like that's a very like, I don't know what kind of town or city you grew up in, but it seems like a very like small town bragging rights kind of deal.
Utah. It wasn't that exciting, I tell you what.
That is just a small enough area,
Precisely
though.
why I'm guessing
I
you.
was a good.
Break
I
into
was
a
a
mayor's
good.
office.
I was a very good little Mormon girl at the time, guys. I very much obeyed the rules. I promise. I was a good girl.
voice of Pomni, known for breaking and entering.
Just saying. Just saying.
Oh.
All right, why don't we get our guesses in? Lizzie, you're first up this time. Who do you think did this?
I think it's you. I seriously do.
Okay, you're locking in me. Marissa, who
Yep.
do you think?
I think it's Lizzie.
Yeah,
Alex?
you go for it. Vote for me. You're all wrong.
Alex, who do you think?
I'm gonna guess Lizzie.
Ashley?
Sure. You all are about to kick
Lizzie.
yourself. I know it's Jello. If
All
all
right.
three of them are voting for me, it means it's Jello.
All right, whoever was the mayor sitter, can you please reveal yourself in the most "it was me"? Like, say it was me in your most like "I'm the mayor" voice you've got in your back pocket, please.
Oh my god!
Me when I smothered the mayor.
This thing was right!
Wait, who was it?
It was Alex, yeah.
It was me.
Oh,
He was my second guess. I told you, chat. I told you it wasn't me. Calling me
should have gone to my
suspicious.
first instinct, but Lizzie's so suspicious.
I just have a good poker face.
No,
See,
you
here's the
don't.
Terrible poker face.
Someone said I'm not a good liar. That is not true. I just don't lie very much.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's hear the mayor story.
I'm always suspicious.
Okay, so I'm not going to say what city for potential legal reasons, but my mother used to work for the cities and for the government of a nearby city. And one day, like, I don't think. Yeah, I remember. It was like the summer. There was like a rib fest going on, and around where my mom was working at City Hall. So she had custody of me for the day. So we walked around, got some ribs. Then she took me on a bit of a tour of where she worked, said hi to some of her co-workers. Then we went up to see some of them in the higher floors where the mayor resided, and turned out the mayor wasn't there, and the mayor's office was open, so kind of moseyed on in and sat in the mayor's chair.
He's even wearing the hat, and you guys let him get away with it. It's crazy.
I love that for you,
Literally,
Alex.
it was my first instinct. I was like, this is an Alex story. I can see baby Alex doing this. This is totally an Alex story. And then Lizzie started being like, well, it's not me. I can tell you that much.
No, that's because I intentionally threw it onto Lizzie.
He did. I did watch him do that, and it worked so much better than it should.
Well, and you know what? You know what? It meant no one else got points.
I mean, Alex.
That
gets
was my strategy.
Alex gets
does.
3 points, so I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't
That's
guess
okay.
right, Lizzie. If you guessed right, Alex wouldn't have 4 points right now.
I know. I thought it was Jello.
Nope. All right, let's go to the next one.
God damn it.
Who bribed a teacher to get a passing grade?
Sounds like
No
a
more
Marissa move
details?
to me.
No more details other than just bribed.
That's what I was given. That's what it says.
I've negotiated to get a passing grade before, but
Okay,
It
so it's not
wasn't
your
me.
story because you had
It
just
was not
admitted to
me.
it if it was yours.
yeah.
So it's either Ashley or Lizzie.
I
don't-
flunked out of college and high school. It wasn't my ass.
Dropped out of college as well. I had pretty good grades consistently through high school, so I never had to ask for a grade to be fixed. Elementary school, I just didn't care about my grades.
The idea of bribing someone in elementary school for a grade is crazy.
Yeah.
Like your second grade teacher's like, I'm sorry, you got a minus instead of a plus with no letter. Like it was just checks and minuses at that point. And then you're like, I have a gummy worm for lunch. You can have it. And they're like, this is so sad. Fine. You can take it. Chat really thinks it's you, Lindy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why you would think that. That does sound like a me thing to do.
Bribing, though. What? How?
You know, I
No,
agree
that-
with that.
Because
What
you're
was the
rich.
bribe?
I sincerely hope it wasn't money because that's like a big problem.
That would be fucked.
Whoever it was, I want to know what you bribed them with. I'm very
Me
curious.
too. Like, I wish there was more detail in this prompt.
Marissa's cunning. My vote is firmly on Marissa.
Absolutely, Marissa.
I'm gonna.
I want to hear Jello's defense first before I pick.
I feel
Jello's
like-
defense.
I feel like you
Yeah.
need to accuse me other than was it you? No, it wasn't me. That's my defense, I guess. I was a straight A student all the way through college. I didn't need to get any fucking bribes to need. I wasn't valedictorian.
I was that fucking like special brand of neurodiverse where like I succeeded well through elementary school, through high school, and then once I got into university, I did not even make a 3 GPA. I just like I liked the stuff that I was specializing in, but some courses I just like either slept through or did not go to at all. So
I can't decide between Marissa and Jello.
Are you trying to attract blame to yourself? What is this?
I mean, if it's not him,
I don't know,
then
actually.
if it's not him, then like he doesn't care if people guess. It's actually beneficial if people guess wrong and don't get a point.
That's true.
I think I got my vote locked.
Yeah, I'm not confident, but
All right.
I'm gonna have to take a shot in the dark here.
Marissa, you start this time.
I'm gonna guess Lizzie.
Okay.
Okay.
Alex.
Fuck, you know what? It might. I have no
I was expecting
idea.
Alex to go, fuck, it might be me.
Yeah, it's like
It might be me.
It might be Ashley for all I know.
I wouldn't bother.
I'm gonna go with Marissa. Some of the things that she said kind of sounded like, well, if it were me. So I'm gonna go with that.
So real quick, someone in chat says Jello doesn't strike me as the type to be charismatic in school. What the fuck does that mean?
Destroyed.
Whatever. All right, Ashley, who do you think?
I'm voting Marissa.
And Lizzie, who do you think?
I'm gonna break the mold and say Jello. Jello mold, get it? Dad joke. Okay,
I
thank
see.
you.
I understand. All right. Will the teacher briber please reveal themselves? Okay, so I bribed him with banana bread specifically.
Damn it!
You.
You fucker.
I lied. I actually changed this.
firmly-
I changed this one on the fly. It did actually say it was banana bread, but I was like, I might have actually mentioned that before to Marissa or chat, so I'll just say bribed. I'll just be boring with it.
I was like,
Chad,
Jello
I don't
strikes me as a
appreciate all the
straight A
accusations.
student.
Oh,
There's no way.
I was a straight A student because if you're good at school, then the laziest thing you can do is get straight A's and just be smart, and doing extra work is the worst thing possible. So I had this trigonometry teacher named Mr. Lobato, as in lobotomy, which is a very like Psychonauts antagonist name.
Psychonauts guy.
That was his name though. And he was one of the, my teacher had, my school had a lot of teachers who were those like legally to be a coach of one of the like sports teams, you also have to be a teacher at the school. They had a lot of those, and all of them were math teachers. And at the end of the year, my school had a rule that if you had like a high enough GPA, you got to pick a final and not take it. They were just like, you don't need to prove yourself. You get to pick one. And I had like an 89.95 in trig. And I was like, I don't want to take this final, but that's not an A. And I don't get allowance and I have no money. And my parents give me $5 every time I get an A. I want $5. And I remembered that this teacher, Mr. Lobato, mentioned, he was like, and he said this as a joke. He was like, I love banana bread, chocolate chip banana bread. I'll do anything for it. If you ever need me to do you a favor, get me some chocolate chip banana bread. And he said it as a joke, but I remembered him saying that like a month beforehand. And I was like, my mom makes banana bread pretty frequently. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, here's my situation. Can I retake the last test to try and bump my grade up? And I had gotten like a 93 on the last test. It would not bump my grade up even if I got a 100 on it. But I was like, I don't know, maybe this is the only thing I can do. And I said, I'll show up before school and I'll bring you some chocolate chip banana bread. And he said, he sends an email back unsigned that just says, meet me at 7 a.m. And I show up with the banana bread wrapped up in aluminum foil like a brick. And he was like, hey, and we just did like a day-long improv festival thing. I went to a weird high school, and he was like, oh, I saw you in that, really good job. Great, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, here's the test. And I put it on the desk, and he doesn't notice me put it on the desk. And then I sit down and I'm taking the test, and halfway through the test he looks up and he's like, what is this? And he starts unwrapping it. He goes, what? You can't actually bring this. You can't actually bribe me. I have to confiscate this now. And he took it and put it in a drawer of his desk. And I told him, I was like, I just need a 90. And I need, I think, a 0.03 boost. And he gave me a 5% boost on my whole grade for no fucking reason.
That is amazing.
So
Oh my god.
that just worked, and I straight up actually, I didn't really need to. I was the annoying kid, like, I was the annoying student where, you know, like, I would get in trouble if I got, like, a C or lower. So, I was in a physics course one summer with my friend Sarah, and she was having a really rough time, and physics is the hardest course I ever took. And we were both like, oh my god, I fucking bombed that last test. And I was like, yeah, I got my grade back, and I did really bad. And she's like, yeah, I got like a 28 out of 100. I was like, oh, I got a C plus. And she's like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, I'm sorry. I don't know. But yeah, that's 1 point for Lizzie.
Yay! Oh, I knew it. I almost voted for Marissa too, but the way you were talking, Marissa, I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I just thought Marissa was a really good liar.
Marissa's not a really good
genuinely
liar.
none of these have been mine thus far.
All right, let's move to the next one. Who pretended to be part of a ballet troupe and got away with it?
Like troop?
So, like, I guess part of a ballet troupe.
What is that? Like, in what context was this person pretending to be in a ballet troupe?
That's what you have to figure out.
Okay,
This is a cute one.
this is cute.
What if this is actually the
Well,
darkest one so far?
Have
Like,
the
it's
grace of a,
This one
I
like
have the grace of a
secretly has
newborn
murder
Giselle, it's not me.
undertones.
Murder undertone.
My initial guess was Lizzie, but the way Lizzie was asking clarifying questions throws me off.
you think Lizzie would have given herself away immediately if it were Lizzie? Is what you're saying?
She could be practicing on her stammering.
I always stammer. You guys know this.
Listen,
true.
Lizzie is aesthetically the one who I would expect to be able to get away with such a thing. You're cute, you're dainty.
I can't dance at all, though, so trying to blend in with the ballet troupe, one of the most advanced kinds of dance, I don't know if that would work out too well.
That's true. I sucked at ballet.
Yeah.
I'm imagining someone
But
just
you
like
did try.
Yeah,
That's
my mom
cool.
tested me for. My mom was a dance teacher, and she tested me for tap, jazz, and ballet, and I did not cut it for ballet, but I was in tap and jazz.
Interesting.
I like to imagine this is part of like an Ocean's 11 heist where to get on the bus to get into the venue, they had to like dress in a tutu or something and pretend to be part of a group.
Just want to know if they were blending in during a performance or like while the troupe was just like doing something casual while on the way to a recital or something. I just want to know.
That would be
I
crazy.
guess my
if...
question.
Go ahead.
I guess my question is: to what end did they wish to blend in?
What was the ultimate goal of the ballet heist?
It was to
What
get
was
the
their
orange slices
motivation?
after practice.
I would love it if it was Marissa, just to be like, hey, look at me now, mother! You know?
I'm genuinely stumped.
Okay, you know what though? But Alex is the one who sat on the mayor's chair. He does like to pretend.
You
to
know
do
what? He
stuff.
is sneaky. He is sneaky.
Yeah. He's a sneaky
And someone in
guy.
chat did point out they were like sexist that we haven't accused Alex.
Oh wait, really?
Motherfucker, this is absolutely Lizzie.
Shut up. It's not. I swear to God, it's not. It's Alex. The way he just deflected and like desperately threw it at me, it has to be him.
I mean, it worked last time.
Oh, the wild card pick.
Oh man, I have no fucking
You
idea.
never have to see me dance.
Is that your tell, Alex?
Is what, Mattel?
When he gets loud.
Saying.
Your Honor, I'm
Always loud,
innocent!
though.
I believe him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm wrong. God damn it.
What if it's just Jello again?
I feel like I would have heard this story if it was a Jello story.
I don't tell you everything. You didn't clock me as a bribesman.
Oh my god. I thought you were my best friend. What the fuck?
Gives you banana bread to
Ashley's
calm you
alibi.
down.
Oh, my
Yeah.
best
Yeah, let's-
friend. Thank you.
Let's let Ashley talk.
My initial instinct was definitely Lizzie. She's got the ballerina build, even though fucking I believe you when you say you're bad at dance, fucking, but you got the looks that you could sneak in undetected.
I'm so short I could blend in, but I shouldn't back
Lizzie
up your
being
theory.
so eager to accuse me of all people.
You threw it at me!
All right. Let's get our guesses in. I think Alex starts this time.
Fuck, I feel like this could be anyone but Jello.
I thought you were going to say,
Yeah, fuck
I
it,
think
I'm
this
gonna
could be anyone but me.
I mean, for all you know, it could be me. I'm just saying it's not. I'm gonna say Lizzie. I'm going to say Lizzie.
Okay.
Okay.
Ashley.
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
I'm gonna say Alex. I think I'm wrong, but I want to say Alex.
Marissa.
I'll lock in Lizzie.
All right.
Why me?
They explained. Okay. Will the fake ballerina please do a little pirouette and reveal themselves?
So, here's the story.
Damn it.
I used to go see the Nutcracker every year with my family. And my mother would dress me up in cute little outfits.
Yeah.
And
I have a
one of
photo.
those outfits,
We'll get to that at the end.
one of those outfits was a very cute little dress that looked similar to the dresses worn by the kids at the beginning of the show. There's a lot of child dancers at the beginning of the Nutcracker.
The entire chat. Of course, it was the Nutcracker. I should have known.
My first guess too. I'm so sorry,
I
Lizzie.
successfully evaded you
That's
guys.
all good. Water under the bridge.
The pretending part was not a heist of any sort of description. I just after the show walked out of the theater, and there were a bunch of kids and their parents, and the parents for some reason incorrectly clocked me as one of the dancers and were like, "Oh my god, can my child take pictures with you?" And instead of being like, "Oh no, I wasn't one of the, I'm not actually, I'm just wearing this," I was like, "Okay." And so a bunch of families have photos of their children from this particular Christmas with quote unquote a dancer from the Nutcracker, but it's just me. And I'm just some random kid in a nice dress.
That's amazing.
So
Oh my god.
I do have one of my favorite things. We love to make fun of Marissa for in our friend group. She's comedically rich and her obsession with the Nutcracker and Christmas. And one time, sometimes, despite how much we make fun of you for it, growing up super rich, you do still sometimes say things forgetting how, like, of course everyone grew up eating Fabergé omelets, it is. And one of the best ones ever, you were like, look at this cute little picture of me and Santa. And it is a cute little picture of you and Santa. But of note, you are wearing the cartoon outfit that villains in a movie where the protagonist is a talking dog is wearing. And I've put it up on the stream for anyone curious.
Oh my goodness.
This is
That's fucking adorable.
Aww.
I love this picture because this is legit an outfit I didn't think a real human had ever worn. I thought that, like, God, I mentioned to Will that I like had to find this picture before stream, and Will was like, she looks like she accuses cats that they can't dance.
Yeah, my mom really was into cute little outfits like this. And so many of the photos of me as a child, I'm wearing something along these lines. She loved it. And in fact, the dress that I was wearing in this ballet heist story was the same color. It's not exactly this dress. It's like a long dress, but it was the same kind of like powder blue. She loved powder blue for Christmas. Yeah. That's the story.
It's extremely fun. That is 3 points for Marissa, so you're tied with Alex. Both of you have gotten
Woo! Let's go.
Single point.
Sorry. Thanks, Kyle, for $20. All right, on to the next one. Who punched someone in the face at Dairy Queen?
What?
Do they have Dairy Queens in Canada? First question.
I don't think so.
Wait, punch someone in the face
I'm
at
going to guess
Dairy Queen?
Ashley on this one.
Yeah, it sounds like an Ashley story.
I've punched a nun, but I've never punched somebody at a restaurant.
I don't believe you.
I don't want to be kicked out and never allowed to come back.
There's other Dairy Queens. You'd live.
That sounds
there?
oddly specific.
That's
I would-
very specific.
Of all the fast food
Trying to
chains,
remember.
I would not be that sad to never be. Oh no, I can't go back to a Dairy Queen. They're pretty low. on
Okay,
the
no,
tier
hold
list.
on. I would be very sad if I couldn't go back to a Dairy Queen, specifically in the era where they had the fucking, like, sauced up tenders. I would hit up that fucking Dairy Queen, like, every day when they had those. I would be deeply heartbroken.
But would you punch someone in the face because they were eating your sauced up tenders?
You know what? Yeah, I would, actually. That's not helping me, but I absolutely would beat the shit out of somebody if they stole my sauced up tenders.
I like
However-
those dilly bars. I wouldn't want to not
I
get
just-
them anymore.
However,
wanna
as my
say
defense,
Ashley- I want to say Ashley because it's the obvious choice, but I also don't want to say Ashley because it's the obvious choice.
the only times I ever went to Dairy Queen is either through the drive-thru, so no opportunity to punch, or two, when I was a small child going with my adoptive mom to fucking pick up cakes.
Dairy Queen.
Where you could have punched.
Dairy Queens do have drive-thrus.
They do.
It also does kind of sound funny to think of Lizzie doing that.
It does.
Can Lizzie
wouldn't be able
reach
to
over?
reach.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you reach over the counter to punch someone at a Dairy Queen?
We don't know that it was the guy behind the counter. It could have just been another patron. They could be pulling a me where they were a child in this story and they just like punched someone in the leg. So it doesn't necessarily have to be someone with the capacity to punch.
It does say punch someone in the face specifically.
Okay.
I mean, maybe
Still, you could
Lizzie
punch
punched a
someone in the
baby,
face.
but like I
I
don't
could
know.
have punched a baby. Oh, a baby! Come on.
Again, Lizzie sounds so guilty. And I'm just like, I can't keep going off of that because you always sound guilty.
That's my strategy, Marissa. I always try to come off guilty to throw everybody off. Wink.
Mm.
Do the same thing when I'm playing faking it. You can't trust me.
But the
You
point
never
is
know
to
it's
not-
me if you always think it's me.
Exactly.
It's
Fuck,
one of
I have
them.
no idea.
I'm gonna say Jello again.
Alex has been violently quiet.
Violently quiet?
Violently quiet.
My silence speaks volumes. You'll
But do
never
they
know
have
it was
Dairy
me.
Queens in Canada? That's why it was my first question.
We do have Dairy Queens there. I fucking love Dairy
Oh.
Queen.
You love Dairy Queen, huh?
Suspicious.
I don't know if I'd say enough to punch somebody in it, but you know.
All
How
right.
much of Chad is just assuming it's me?
I mean,
This is hard.
most
It
people
feels
assume
like a
it's you.
you story, but I don't know.
It's
All right.
not me.
well, let's wrap back around to you. Who do you think it was, Ashley?
I say Alex.
Okay, Lizzie.
I say you. Jello.
Me again, all right.
Yeah.
I'm accusing Jello.
Yeah.
She got it right once.
I'm gonna accuse Ashley.
And Marissa, who do you think?
I'll go Lizzie.
Lizzie, the gasp of someone who almost got away with it. All right.
Well, okay, you got part of the detail wrong, Jello. It didn't happen at Dairy Queen.
Did you not say that? Okay, go ahead.
No. Read what I wrote to you again. I was at the park with my friends. We had Dairy Queen
You had
food
from Dairy Queen.
From Dairy
Okay.
Queen. And we went to the park and we were eating it. And then a group of boys, like 3 or 4 of them, started annoying us and saying, "Hey, give us some of your food. Give us some of your food." And one of my friends, they knew that I did Taekwondo. And I earned my 2nd degree black belt at that point, and I was very proud of that. And she egged him on and said, "Hey, my friend has a black belt. You leave us alone, okay?" But they kept going. They would not leave us alone, and they got more aggro about it until one of them mooned us. And that's when I jumped down. I went to like the leader of the group, and I punched him in the face. They ran off crying. And we were like feeling so good about ourselves. We started eating our Dairy Queen again. Until about 5 to 10 minutes later, those boys came back with their mother, who started yelling at us and saying, "If you hit my kids again, I'm gonna call the cops." And then we ran off crying with our little bits of Dairy Queen we had left. We were so scared.
Okay.
Oh,
But yes,
God.
I punched a kid in the face.
In
I
my
would have
defense,
never guessed Lizzie.
in my defense, it does say you got food from Dairy Queen and then boys wanted your food. There was no indication
Yes.
of a passage of time. But yeah, so
No,
okay.
it's okay. Sorry for writing that badly, but yes, it was me.
So that's
Let's
another
go.
point for Lizzie.
guess
Suspicious.
for
No,
me.
sorry. No, yeah,
I
for
got a point.
Marissa. It's no extra points for Lizzie and a point for Marissa. Sorry, I'm so confused. Now that I know I got a detail wrong, I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing?
I'm so sorry I confused you. I'm sorry.
I usually double check with people and I'm like, I'll here's how I'm gonna phrase your stories, but I did not end up doing that with this group. Because I was already just trying to get you guys to like respond to other messages. I was like, there's no way. I won't be able to.
They're too busy.
All right. She almost got away with it. I love that the instant you got guessed, you're like, like, fuck.
I just guessed.
All right. Here's one that's especially unfortunate considering what we're raising money for on this charity. Who was, unfortunately, on TV because they received one of the first copies of a Harry Potter book?
Oh,
No.
Oh.
I love how this would have been like so cool at the time and now sucks.
yeah, now it's terrible.
My instant guess is Marissa because of where she grew up. And also you strike me as being able to get access to one of the first books.
Were you
What?
wearing the little dog hater outfit from Christmas?
Wait, what about where I grew up has to do with getting Harry Potter? I'm not from the UK.
You're in a big city.
New York.
There's lots of opportunities for book deals and shit.
Yeah, I had a book deal.
Probably not a book deal, but
Motion
also
picture.
New York tends to get shit first.
Deflect.
It's the biggest city in America. Lots of filming there.
That's true. It is pretty populous. But I didn't live in the city, you understand. Growing up, I was in Queens.
That's true.
None of us know
As
what
if you
that
couldn't
means
travel
except
there.
you.
Like, okay, I wasn't in the main city is my point.
You were close enough, though. You can travel.
What? I feel like this could be something that would happen in a rural area, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, oh, this random person in the middle of nowhere got the first Harry Potter book.
Yeah, like they have nothing going on the news and they're like, wow, top stories, someone got the prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, no, that sounds like something that'd be a big deal somewhere rural.
In Utah.
Where do you grow up? Well, no. Utah's not rural.
I can
think
also imagine cheery little shiny cheeked Alex showing up on TV like, I got my book. I love to read.
Oh,
that too. That's the thing. All of us kind of fit this.
I mean,
Not me,
I'm
I
also
don't
from
fucking
Toronto,
read.
big city, so it could have been me, but nah. I got into Harry Potter at like 8, and then I remember when Half-Blood Prince came out, I was like all over the spoilers, but I never got like actually on TV for anything until Digital Circus.
God, it would have been so good though. You could have been like the I like turtles kid.
Oh,
I bet you were an
Anytime I-
adorable little
Kid.
fucking munchkin.
Just all the complete lack of social skills.
Aw.
The only time I ever was on TV before I did voiceover was a little news segment for a play I did in high school, and that's it.
I've been on TV a couple times. I don't remember what for other than a parade once.
How do
But we
you
had a
not
lot of
remember?
little events in my hometown that got televised.
Vague.
I was on TV for other book. Like, listen, I got Artemis Fowl on, and they were like, get on TV for that.
Man. Ah.
This is another
I'm
tough
locking
one.
my vote. I'm locking my vote in my head.
I got a 50-50 chance here.
I'm
Hold on.
going Marissa.
Fucking Siri, flip a coin.
I feel like it's either Marissa or Jello.
Okay, I got it locked in.
I would be
Heads,
so
it's
embarrassed
Marissa.
if this were me. This would be very dirty laundry if this were me. Again, worse than Gianni killing a guy.
That's the name of the game, baby.
All right, I think Lizzie starts this one.
I'm so sorry to throw you under the bus, but I think Alex.
Okay. Marissa?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also go Alex.
Alex?
Oh, I started it. I'm sorry, Alex.
I'm going Marissa.
Ashley?
I'm also going Marissa.
Ooh.
All right, will the book haver reveal yourself with a British accent a la the Potters?
Yes, unfortunately, it was me.
I get a point finally!
Damn
Yeah!
it!
Ashley gets a point.
And so
Fuck.
does Alex.
I
Again,
was
this
just like,
this is a
Marissa's
rich
near
story.
New York. This is a fucking New York story.
Truly, I don't know how this happened. I had nothing to do with the planning of it, but I was sleeping over at my grandmother's house, and I got woken up in the morning by a film crew, and I come out in my little pink pajamas, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "We are delivering to you right now. This mailman is delivering to you right now the first copy of, I don't even remember which Harry Potter book it was, but it was, obviously not the very first one. It was one of the ones once it was famous." And they handed it to me, and they're like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, "I got my book. What's up?" I wasn't like a huge Harry Potter fan, but it was the book that like my mom would read to me. So getting it was an event, It was just like, "Oh, great, my bedtime story is here. Thank you. I guess I'll see you later."
God, I miss when those books were just sweet and innocent and nice.
Yeah.
I
At
My
least
dad
the
used to
main
read
three
those
actors.
books to me before bed.
I love the three main actors,
It's
though. They're great.
so sad.
Yeah, I like a Daniel Radcliffe.
I love that you just woke up and it was like, "Princess, your butler is here to inform you that the television crew is here." They open, you come outside, they've got one of those like Beauty and the Beast, be our guest silver platters and lift it up, and there's a steaming Rowling on there for you to read.
Truly, it was just my poor Italian grandmother being like, "I don't know why these people are on my front stoop. Go see what they want. Get them out of here."
Damn
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
That is wild, though. That is really weird. Yeah, that is a first point for Ashley and one for Alex. All right. Thank you, Bivany. That me when I have to make up a girl's name in half a second and I kind of fuck it up. Sorry, it's
Also, thank you. Just me, just so me loser. Lol. Yes, please give money to the Transgender Law Center for my Harry Potter story. Reset the
Yes,
scales.
please do.
$100,
Bring
$100.
equilibrium to
you.
the universe. Bring back peace to the universe.
All right. Next story. Who broke a girl's arm and got away with it?
Whoa.
Well, we already
Whoa.
established Lizzie's the puncher.
Am I strong enough to break someone's arm, though? Like, punching is one thing, but breaking a bone.
I don't know.
I mean, you can knock someone over and break their arm. You're short enough to be tripped on.
I think Ashley
Over.
is
It's Ashley.
throwing the
The
blame
entire
too
chat
early.
is saying Ashley. What the fuck, guys?
You immediately started throwing blame.
Yeah, because we have
pretty tiny kid.
we have pre-established evidence on who the violent one is.
You
Who's
said you
being
punched a
picked
nun.
on?
I'm
being
gonna
picked
guess
on.
it's not Lizzie because she's already had one about physical violence. I'm gonna guess it's not Marissa because we've already had 2 things from her already, and so I'm narrowing it between Ashley and Jello. I almost kind of want to say it's
Jello is cunning.
You're
He
both
is the
cunning.
briber.
Brendan Briber.
I did have a violence in me as a child that was
Mm.
luckily never. If I broke a girl's arm, I would never have gotten away with it. But
that's the thing.
I thought you were about to be like, I would never hurt a woman.
no, I'm a fucking large boy. Are you kidding me? I'd be crucified for that. And like no, my rage was more like visceral. Like I would like snap and like chase people 3 blocks with like a stick with the intent to like beat it over their heads. Like it was like worse than this.
That's some me shit. That's why we couldn't be friends as children.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ashley on this.
Yeah,
But wouldn't me be the too obvious one?
Yes.
sometimes the obvious answer is the correct one.
Fucking, but it's that. Oh. That hurt. Everybody thinks I'm mean and violent.
You did offer up punching a nun. I will say
Maybe.
That is true.
Yes, you were.
After I said that, I got nervous because I was like, wait, is that one of the stories I submitted? I can't remember.
It's
A
not.
likely story.
The girl in question in this story, I will say, is not I punched a nun and broke her arm, so it's not that story.
I remember I didn't submit the nun story because I was like, that one's not juicy enough.
It's not juicy.
Your standard is way too high.
All right, Marissa, who do you think this is?
Ashley.
Alex,
Why me?
punch.
We've already laid out our cases, black and white, clear as crystal. Ashley.
Ashley, who do you think it was?
Yeah,
It hasn't been an Alex story in a minute, so I say Alex.
Lizzie.
I say Ashley. It's Ashley.
All right, Ashley, who did you punch?
Love you, man! God damn it! I didn't punch anyone.
You broke someone's arm.
I've punched plenty of people, but this wasn't a punch situation. So there was this girl that kept fucking with me. I was bullied relentlessly from like kindergarten to 8th grade. I never made a single friend all through elementary school and middle school. Everybody just bullied the fuck out of me. And this one girl, though, would not leave me the fuck alone. And so eventually I learned that if I act really fucking weird and like overly friendly and chase after people, it makes them leave me alone because they get freaked out and so they go away. So I started chasing after her and going, "Oh my god, best friend, come here. I love you so much. Hi."
Oh, that's terrifying. That's horrible.
That's fucking
Yeah,
fucked,
I
though.
started being incredibly friendly and it scared the fuck out of her. So I chased her into the bleachers and she tripped and shattered her arm. She was in a cast for months, never bothered me ever again.
So
You know what? You didn't actually touch her, so I say she deserved it.
I would,
Yeah, I didn't touch her. I didn't have to.
in case you're ever on a game like this again, I would resubmit this as who broke someone's arm by being too friendly. No, like I don't.
Yeah, that would have thrown us off, because then I would have guessed Alex.
But yeah, she never told on me, even though the entire fucking like school basically saw it happen. And I never got in trouble. It was the only time I'd never got in trouble for something.
I really don't even think you're
Yeah.
culpable for that. I mean, she fucking tripped over the bleachers. Like, it's bleachers.
Yeah, no. You didn't do anything wrong.
I got in trouble once for going under my own desk to grab a pencil, and fucking the kid's mom accused me of sexual assault. Like, I got accused of everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, fucking
You just
people
have a
hated
negative
me.
luck stat, huh?
I do. I very much do. As seen by in this game, apparently.
Yeah, sorry for your 1 point.
You are doing better. There was someone in either the last game or 2 games ago who was rocking 0 until like almost the last round, so it could be worse. All right, let's go on to the next one. Who wrote smut based on their and a partner's OC? I also think this could be several of you, and I don't even know you guys that well.
That sounds very much like a Jello or an Alex story.
Oh, I don't know. This could be any of you.
Alex and his
feel like-
partner are so sweet. They definitely strike me as having OCs that they would write cute stories and other stories with each other about. Especially, you two love playing D&D.
That is true.
I mean, shit, that's actually really good reasoning. It cut off. I was
really
also
thought you were
kind of
gonna be
thinking
like,
Marissa because I know she's done AO3 stuff before.
Marissa does love writing.
Marissa
I
does
do
that.
love writing. I do love writing fan fiction, and I have written fan fiction smut, but I actually can't recall ever doing it with a partner, at least not OCs.
Oh man, someone in chat, I legit was like, yeah, I've written stuff before, but I've never done this. And someone goes, Jello probably did this when he was with Jay because they were both lesbian and Joyce. I was like, oh, I have done this actually, but I didn't submit it.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about you two.
I didn't
Yeah, no, I'm
submit this
thinking
as
back
a
on my-
story, but I did do
On my
this
history,
once.
I've only made up OCs with a friend who was not a partner, and I've only role played with a partner using pre-established characters, not OCs.
Let's put this out here. First of all, I don't really read much, and I don't write, and I'm also on the A spectrum, so I don't think this is a
That
Lizzie
doesn't
story.
mean
No.
anything. I'm
Ace-
also on
I'm
the
just
C
saying.
spectrum, you
I'm
motherfucker.
just saying. Oh,
To be
shit.
fair, I was
Sorry.
kind of not really suspecting you to begin with.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking Marissa or Ashley, TBH.
This would have me written all over it if I didn't fucking suck at writing
It's
and
so
hate the
obvious,
entire
though.
process.
Like it being Ashley would be like, I feel like, why would you even submit this story? It has no juice.
Like I said, I thought the nun punching story was too boring.
Yeah, I'm like this can't be Ashley. It's so like not a story.
I don't think I have ever written smut stories with me and a friend's OCs. I've done smut fan art with me and a friend's OCs, but not stories.
I don't write.
Or wait, not friends, partner. I don't think I've... No, I've done smut fan art with me and a partner's OCs. Never writing.
All right. Are we at Alex for a first guess at this point, I think?
Okay, I was gonna guess you, actually, Jello.
You think I'm double bluffing where I'm just like, I have done this, but I wouldn't submit it, twirls mustache. I could do that. I think I have done that once, actually. So, yeah, fair enough.
There's like layers to bluffing and deceit in games like this. For all I know, it fucking could be.
The reason I'm the host is I'm fucking awful at social deduction games. Ashley.
My guess is Alex, because I have a married pair of friends who are basically identical to Alex and his wife. So
Have you ever seen them and Alex and his wife at the same time in the same place?
I haven't. You're right, but yeah, they do smut stories constantly. So
Please,
going based
please
off
tell me where Alex and
experience.
his wife are in the same room with you.
Lizzie, who do you
Alex, I
think?
need to introduce you to them. You would love them. Anyway.
I mean, everyone you've introduced me to thus far, I've loved. So yeah, sign me up.
Aw.
I'm saying Marissa. Marissa writes, so I think it's her.
Marissa, who do you think?
I'm gonna guess Lizzie, just so that someone has guessed Lizzie, because I don't want Lizzie to get away with this.
Fair and valid.
All right. Smut writer, please reveal yourself.
It was me.
I knew it!
Hey, points for Ashley. There you go.
Yeah, point for Ashley. See, that was my thing.
Yay!
I was like, listen, if Ashley gets a point, that's okay. But if Lizzie or Alex gets away with it and gets 3 points, that's not allowed. So I was like, whatever Ashley picks, I'm picking the other one.
So
Good strat.
yeah, I mean, kudos to Ashley for picking up on the implications with OCs, because yeah, for those who don't know, I freaking love D&D, and I'm that kind of player that like daydreams up new characters and NPCs for my home game like constantly. And because one of the players in my game is also my wife, it's like naturally I'm thinking, who do I want to ship my wife's characters with?
Aww.
Yeah, it's like, so yeah, I have a
The-
slight freak side, but you know,
The only reason I pegged it as Alex is because literally that is the exact same thing that my friends who also run D&D campaigns, who also have OCs and are married do. Like, it's identical to my other two friends. I'm like, yep, this is the same genre of person.
I mean, this is fairly innocent, but it is something that, like, you know, not everyone would readily admit. This is like, it's not dirty in the way that it's like, oh, that's embarrassing. It's just, this is just the healthy adult version of like playing with dolls with your best friend who you're married.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
cute. It's
Couples
wholesome,
together.
honestly.
It is.
not to mention, like, I should preface by saying, and this is 100% the truth, you will not find anything that I've written online. It is just, it's not where I like keeping this shit private because, of course,
I mean,
It's
if
our
it's
personal life.
if it's just your OCs, also like,
Yeah.
what's the audience for that other than the two of you? Right?
Exactly,
So,
and it's like, and I'd also like to preface that I asked my wife if this was even okay for me to be sharing, and she was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Aww.
Yeah.
So
You realize it's not a preface. You're adding this at the end.
it's a post fist.
Alex is a good
Yes.
husband.
This is
Yeah.
the postscript
I
of your
assume that-
admission.
I mean, I'd like to think that my wife being with me for 10 plus years is a sign that I'm doing something right.
And,
Also,
hooking
everybody
up
in
at
chat,
conventions all the
say-
time.
Say big congrats to Alex for getting married recently.
Yeah.
We got married 4 weeks ago to the day.
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah, when I was we've been trying to schedule this for a bit, and you were like, sorry, I can't do that. I'm getting married, but maybe I can do the week after. And I was like, getting married is the best excuse to push something back. No, we'll wait
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like,
month.
go on your honeymoon, you freak. Don't do a stream.
Yeah, I also, this is obvious, like, I have not posted the thing that I wrote for Jay, because, like, what if someone reads Prison of Plastic and then stumbles on something I write, and they're like, this guy uses too many similes and won't shut up about lemonade, I know who wrote this!
I'm already seeing, like, people in chat saying, "Oh, Alex gives me such wholesome vibes. I didn't know he was a freak." And it's like,
It's not
for one, you don't know me. I'm
Gamers,
just-
being an adult that engages in not safe for work content is perhaps the most normal thing that could ever exist.
I mean, yeah, it's like,
Only one
It's
of the
just-
most normal things.
the thing is, it's like, it's not something I talk about, but it's like, it's a part of me, and it's not something I'm ashamed of either. It's just, it is what it is.
It's
And
the
so-
same energy as all the people who are like, oh my god, Zubal's a horny pervert freak for wanting to have sex. It's like, yeah, they're a grown adult.
Sex is a normal thing, guys.
It's normal.
What?
It's not weird to talk about it.
Yes, I am 100% a freak. So
My girlfriend says the kids are
Certified
outing
that freak.
themselves.
put people you follow on pedestals because I don't know. It's like
No, purity culture is crazy right now. I don't know what the kids are on, but they're all they all be on that purity culture shit.
yeah, and it's like
No.
You kids need to punch a nun, is what we're saying.
Yeah, obviously.
I feel like a
Get
lot
out
of
of your
purity culture is
system.
also deflection, and
Oh yeah.
if anyone's too loud or protesting, it's like you've got something in your closet.
Oh, I hate how right you are, though.
Victorian era. Be like,
Anyway,
let's move to the next one. Who likes to jump from around corners and scare people? It's a habit.
Mm.
I could not do that. I actually
it's not
purposefully.
fellow.
Yeah, I purposefully, and I've asked other giant people I know, like my aforementioned ex-boyfriend, I'm like, do any of you guys, like, do you click? Do you make little noises as you approach corners in public spaces, or like purposefully heavy your footfalls to let people know you're coming? Because the amount of times I've turned a corner at like a very reasonable pace, not suddenly, not tight to the corner, and had like a short person bump into me, or not even, and just look up and scream, and it's like, all I did was exist. This was your fault. So you gotta constantly be like, I will like snap my fingers and go like very quietly.
You're nicer than my roommate. He is the same height as you or taller. I forget. He intentionally hops around corners sneakily to scare the fuck out of people.
My dad is my height, and he is really quiet. He can like appear behind you suddenly. And he looks like Hank Hill, so it's like very disconcerting.
Yep, that's my roommate Cole. Same shit. He is so sneaky.
Does he also look like Hank Hill?
He looks like Hagrid.
He looks like a bear made flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Human
does.
grizzly bear.
I'm gonna say Lizzie, because this is like the most boring story. This is not dirty laundry at all, and Lizzie's just a little bean.
Did I not punch someone in the face earlier? Wow.
You
Okay.
did.
This is also just Lizzie behavior. This is like
This is like
small
Lizzie
gremlin
behavior.
behavior.
Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm pretending I'm Lizzie, right? And I'm a wholesome little bean, and I don't have that many crazy stories. So my first one is I punch a guy in the face, and then I go, oh no, I don't have any other stories. And I go, I jump around corners and scare people.
The way you did the ooh at the end. I'm honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Alex. I feel like this is something like maybe you and Charlie would do. Like, with
Would
each
you
other,
get
not
two
like
Alexes
everybody.
in a row, though?
No,
So this is
that-
like
subvert the expectations.
so this would
maybe.
be like me jumping behind doors or something trying to scare people.
I don't see
I
Alex.
don't know.
I don't see Alex
This
as a
is-
jumping man.
Another
Thank
argument
you.
for me.
Would
Thank
do
you,
when I was
Credaze.
like really little.
Thank you, Credaze, for $150.
Another
you.
argument. I remember Lizzie saying that little evil gremlin Pomni is her fucking like kin spirit,
Yeah,
and
I'm
that's
guessing
some
what's-
gremlin
what's-
Pomni energy.
I mean, I did say that, yeah. I don't blame you for using, yeah.
I'm just gonna be evil. Jumps in front of you, scaring you.
Rawr.
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 This is just it's such a clean, wholesome confession. I'm just like, it's the little ex-Mormon over there.
I'm still gonna stick with Alex. I don't know. I feel like you're trying to throw us off with two Alex ones.
I have done 2 in a row of people in the past. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's get our guesses in. I believe it's wrapped back around to Ashley this time.
Lizzie.
Lizzie, who do you think?
Alex.
Marissa, you think it's Lizzie?
Yeah.
Alex?
100% Lizzie.
All right,
Yeah,
Lizzie.
it's your little ex-Mormon Lizzie.
Yeah, Lizzie.
Hi guys. That's how I rebel against my upbringing. I jump around corners and scare people.
That's
It's true.
that is
Perfect.
stereotypically you say Mormon and the first thing I think is they go around corners so slow and so politely. So you're really
Ex-Mormon though, currently ex-Mormon, and the funny thing is, my cat now does it too. He's learned from me.
Oh.
Aw.
Also, I see
does it
Trav
for
in
me.
chat. Donated
so
$100. Hey, Trav. What's up? They're a regular for my streams.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
Oh, so it said currently, forever ex-Mormon, I should say. Thank you.
Currently,
Evil
ex-Mormon
Lizzie goes
might
back.
fuck around and go back. Who knows?
No, definitely not.
Since Pokemon is back in the discussion, I would say,
What?
like, you have ex-Mormon. That implies the existence of Y-Mormon.
When
Oh,
was-
it's true.
do you
when
mean
you said in the
generally?
discussion, you just meant in the cultural zeitgeist.
Okay, I was like, who the fuck mentioned Pokemon?
I'm just being a shitty pun person.
Okay.
I appreciate the joke, Alex.
No, it's great. It was great.
All right. Going on to the next one. Who got invited to a convention as a guest and had literally nobody recognize them?
Oh, this could
Oh,
be any of us.
Oh man.
that has happened to me many times.
I'm gonna guess Marissa on this.
This, I love this
Yeah.
one because, like, the accusation, it's like, this is reasonable for any of us because we've all done cons, but, like, accusing someone does come with, like a little bit of, like, who's the most this? And
It was the
Right.
most forgettable.
Like, it is hard to point at someone to be like, you're the most forgettable one here. It does happen to me quite frequently because I look nothing like my headshot. But I talk about that so openly. I feel like this would be a stupid thing for me to submit.
It's been
I
a
mean,
minute since
also
we've gotten a
could be
Jello one.
Jello.
It's
Is
so
that
many
even
Jello.
in the running?
it could be me. I've done cons. It's been a while. Well, that's not true. I was just at SCAD, but people knew who I was. there.
You hid your face really well for a long time.
You know, the crazy thing is I didn't. People just didn't
Really?
Not at all. I had several random videos with my face on them and, like, no one watched them, so.
Yeah, and I was like, I remember when we met, I was so shocked at how tall you were. I was like, man, you really have little guy energy in your videos.
People have told me, like, 7 separate times that vocally I have the energy of an annoying short guy, which is so rude.
I feel like this might be an Ashley story because you don't really show your face as much online, so it would make sense that people wouldn't recognize you. Though honestly, it happens to me all the time too.
It's funny because I have a mix of I've gotten recognized like in my own local area like multiple times. But then I'll go to a convention and one after the other at my booth, people will walk up to me and go, "Man, it's really a shame Ashley couldn't be here." And I'm like, "I'm Ashley."
I often get people coming up and being like, "Hey, Ashley," or "Hey, Amanda," and I'm like, "Nope, try again."
Oh my god, you, me, and Amanda always get confused for each other. It's so infuriating.
You don't even sound alike. You just the tone is maybe in a similar register, and that's it. Otherwise, the other vocal
Slightly
qualities are
deeper
totally
voiced
different.
AFABs apparently all sound
You
the
have
same.
no idea.
Yeah.
Like, you really underestimate as a voice actor how voice blind people are until you start streaming regularly with more than 2 friends, and they're like, "Oh, that's a femme voice. Is that someone I maybe heard?" Like, I was fucking, I had a Kennedy, Megas on one of these, and people were like, "Is that Will?" And I'm like, "You guys are insane. You guys are nuts. They don't sound alike."
That's why more people aren't perfect pitch, because most people, like, they're visually oriented rather than audio oriented, and so for me, the whole reason I have perfect pitch at all is because I can assign frequencies to a name the same way someone can see a shade of color and assign a word. So, and just so, because perfect pitch is such a rare skill, it does not surprise me in the least that so many people are voice blind. Hell, even I struggle with it sometimes.
Someone says,
Yeah,
when Ashley yells, I sometimes get them confused with Vixen. No, Ashley's got more like rolling back their sleeve, I'm gonna kick your ass energy. And Vixen is, no,
That's
stop
why
it, you're
everybody-
bullying me.
That's why everybody thinks all the violent stories are me.
Well, they are, though,
Oh.
is also the thing.
Nah.
So as
All
far
of them.
as
I'm going
as
to
far
punch
as
someone.
as far as this prompt is concerned, I have been to cons with these people now a couple times. And when we walk around in a big group, people tend to recognize Alex because you just sound like Kane. People tend to recognize Lizzie because they look you up online and they think you're cute. People tend to know what Ashley looks like. I'm usually the one not getting recognized. So I think this is a Jello bomb.
I also think it's Jello, only based on we haven't gotten a Jello one in a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
say Jello.
I don't feel like Marissa would submit this one because she's talked about people not knowing she's Gangle so much.
Yeah, constantly. This would be a terrible prompt.
Okay. I'm locking in my vote on Marissa, not because I actually think it's Marissa, but because I don't want to risk her getting more points.
It's fair.
Okay, so
Fair.
everyone thinks this is me except Lizzie.
No, I do
Yes.
think it's you, but I'm voting Marissa.
All right, well, everyone's voting for me except Lizzie, is just to be
Alex?
sure.
Is that your vote too,
I'm saying
Alex?
Jello. Yeah.
All right,
my
well
vote's
then
Jello.
everyone but Lizzie gets a point. This one is me.
I'll take the L, guys. I'll take the L.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Thank you for being our safety net, Lizzie.
Yeah,
I
this
got you
this
guys.
one is me. I was like, I don't have enough other groups where everyone else does cons regularly, and I was just like, well, yeah, I got to put this one in there. Listen, I'm running out of shit as the host to put in there that I.
Fair.
This is like the 8th or 7th or 8th of these or something. It's getting tough, but yeah, give everyone a
Ashley
point
get
for
her
this.
point?
Yes,
Ashley
I'm
get
getting there.
Sorry.
Okay.
5, yeah. No, give me my 5 back.
Sorry. Yeah, so someone actually, yeah, it was Psycho Gaze knew exactly this time. At this really tiny convention that I had a really good time at in fucking Columbus, Ohio. This convention doesn't exist anymore. This was their final one. I got invited, and I think I did a panel. I don't know. I don't remember. The only other guest of note who people would know, ProZD was also there. This is when we met. And at the no, Max Middleman and Zach Aguilar were there too. This was like right when One Punch Man had come out. And we did this thing at the end that was like it was like a guest trivia minigame kind of Jeopardy panel, but we each had teams. And like everyone it was like the big final event. It was like the closing event. So it was pretty packed for this tiny con. And they were like, okay, who wants to come up and do this? And for like, you know, who wants to be on this person's team? And like everyone just wanted to play. They didn't care whose team they were on. So eventually, just to like figure out like, okay, who do I pick out of this ocean of hands? People started doing things like, okay, who knows this little bit of trivia of my character? Or like, everyone like shout out your favorite superhero, and someone will go Spider-Man. It's like, okay, that's correct. Come on my team or whatever. Like cute little things like that. And someone else did something like this. So I was like, okay, does anyone know just my name? Like my first name? And nobody did. Dead silence. And it was like so deeply embarrassing. And I think I pivoted off of it really fast. So it like probably didn't look that bad externally, but I was like, oh my God, I'm such a small fish. This is really bad.
Aww.
It's also that thing of like, before I did Epithet, like people knew my channel name, but like there was no attachment in any way, because it was just like, I don't know, the guy does parodies of stuff. So it was bad.
Yeah.
It was like, this one is actually pretty embarrassing. There was that con did have a nice ending though, because we left on the Sunday and then got a call from like the manager, and he was like, can you guys come back? A fan showed up really late because her bus was late, and she showed up just to see you guys. And which was nice of her. And we showed up, and there was this girl who was like such a character. She was like full on weeping, so happy we like drove 20 minutes back into town to come see her. Like it was that tiny of a con where they could be like, one person wanted to see you, can you come back? And we were like, okay. And she was talking, she was like full on doing ASL with her hands while and she wasn't hard of hearing or anything. She was like, oh my god, thank you so much for coming back. And we're like, are you like signing? And she's like, yeah, I have too much energy, so I've actually learned to sign while I talk so that I have something to do with the rest of my body. And I was like, you're awesome.
What a unique person.
Hell
That's
yeah.
so cool.
That's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah. All right, next one. Who was chased out of an abandoned house by a mountain lion?
Whoa.
What?
That's some Canada ass shit, Alex.
That is some Canada ass shit.
Dead
Alex?
silence, eaten by a
Dead
mountain lion.
silence.
Ooh.
I forgot how brain keyboard. I'm doing push to talk because my microphone's weird. I mean, good guess, but I'm not in the mountainous region of Canada. That's out west. I'm in bumfuck Toronto.
Mountain.
But I remember you've said you've traveled up to the more country area of Canada a few times.
Still not really mountainous. It's more so just shield rock.
Doesn't need to be mountainous. Mountain lions fucking can be found in all sorts of areas.
Big cats are kind of like surprisingly
real?
populous in certain
You can
areas.
find them in the
don't
middle of
know.
LA too, which ooh.
I've never figured out if there are mountain lions in Canada. I should look that up. That's
there
fascinating.
definitely are.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe him. I don't believe his lies.
You know what? I do know one place that's famous for mountains, though.
Hmm.
Utah.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a mountain lion in person, though. Not even at like a zoo or something.
They're fucking
I-
scary.
Yeah, I lived in a pretty suburban area that wasn't near the mountains at all, and I never went skiing or anything like that.
And we
don't
already
know.
know that Alex apparently has a propensity for breaking and entering.
That's true.
Mhm.
But yeah, mountain lions, you've activated my autism. Mountain
yeah.
lions can be found basically anywhere. They're actually moving like way further into urban areas.
Really? Oh.
The people who really have a penchant for breaking and entering were some of my old roommates, but that's a story for another day.
You could have gone with your roommates.
That's true.
I did not go with my roommates, though. I was feeling like... This was during university. I was very throw caution... Or not throw caution to the wind. What's the opposite of that? Cautious. I was very cautious. And I was just like... They broke into a women's prison that was abandoned near where I went to school and stole some typewriters, allegedly. I should preface this with
Right.
allegedly.
No one's. It's an abandoned
You're not
building. No
prefacing.
one's gonna get you for this. It's nobody cares. No one's like, my typewriters I was storing in the abandoned women's prison. Oh man. Well, time to watch my favorite streaming channel. Wait a minute.
For
Real
all
talk, I
these
was-
years.
Well, one thing I did submit to you was that I used to live like within like I don't know why you didn't pick this because it's kind of fascinating. Like I used to live within like a few minutes walk of one of the most notorious prisons in Canada.
Because it's like
Ooh.
not really a story about. It's just a fact more than anything. Like I
It's
didn't.
not something you did.
Like it's
I mean,
neat,
fair.
but like there's not like it won't be like who lived near like I lived near it and there wasn't like a mental asylum next to my house, and you know how that is. But like I don't have a story about it.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
wish I
say-
did go with them.
I'm gonna say either it's Lizzie because she's so quiet, or it's Alex because he's giving too many details.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I don't
just
know.
sitting here and
Actually,
trying to
hold
read
on,
everybody. Sorry.
West Coast as well. It could
Mhm.
also be Ashley.
Well, mountain lions are everywhere, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Marissa
that-
and
I
I
can't
also
narrow
have
it
lived
down.
in the West Coast for a while.
I
so.
have no idea who
Ah.
this is.
No, I can't guess.
I my only guess is Alex just based on the initial instinct of just fucking he goes to like more country areas every now and again. And then you mentioned the roommate thing. And
You
I
know
feel
what?
like you could
Documentary.
include that to throw us off.
Someone
I'm
in
gonna
chat. I think it's Michael. Hey, here's a tip. Michael's not on this stream.
I'm actually going to make a wild fucking guess and say it's
It's
Marissa.
Michael.
It's Michael.
Michael has panic attacks when I walked on some rocks at the dock once that had a no walking here sign.
I
It
think
would
it's
never be
Sean.
him.
Like,
Yeah, definitely Sean, who is here on the stream right now.
that would be a pretty wild move of me if I had like secretly been conspiring with Sean to like get him a Fugi made, and he pops in for this one story and goes, "Hey, idiots," and then leaves. And takes
That'd
your
be funny
place.
as hell.
All I know is it's definitely not Amanda because I feel like they'd be scaring off the mountain lions.
That's true.
The mountain lion wouldn't come anywhere near Amanda. They wouldn't even see it.
All right, let's get our guesses in. I think Lizzie starts this time around.
I'm gonna vote Alex. He talked a lot.
All right, Marissa,
Yeah, I'm also going Alex.
Alex,
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's Marissa.
okay, Ashley.
She's been very quiet, and I feel like
You don't
Ashley
you don't
and
need to defend
Lizzie-
yourself, man. It's okay.
That's exactly the kind of thing that someone trying to defend themselves would say.
We're already guessing, Alex. It's fine.
Ashley.
I also say Alex. He's been very sus.
All right. Hopefully the mic won't cut this off. But person, can you give us give me a mountain lion noise? Give me any kind of impression of it, just to reveal yourself.
That's a dog bark.
Was that Alex?
No, that's 3 points. That's 3 points for Ashley.
Thank you.
Oh,
That was Ash.
I am amazed no one pegged me as the housebreaker into her.
Yeah, chat was actually thinking it was mostly me because I used to do a lot of urban exploration. I did not go into a lot of spaces because I have fucked up lungs, so anytime I saw mold, I was out instantly, which cuts off a lot of urban exploration. But tell us about the mountain lion.
So I had just dropped out of high school and I was hard on money and I knew I was about to get kicked out of home. So I was like, hey, let's break into abandoned houses, and to my partner at the time, let's break into abandoned houses and see what we can find so we can sell it. And so I broke into the abandoned house, very freshly abandoned, like 1 week old abandoned house of one of my neighbors because they had fled the country for tax evasion and moved to Africa to fucking avoid getting arrested and put in federal prison. So they had to get out in a hurry and they left basically all of their shit behind. So I broke in, fucking, I forget how we did it. I think we actually like lockpicked the front door or some shit. And then when we got in, we started like rummaging through stuff and we started hearing these weird little clicky clacky noises coming from upstairs. And we're like, this is a 1-story home. How is there noise coming from upstairs? And we go out to the kitchen area and there's fucking attic access in there with a big ass fucking ladder going up to the attic. And we're like, that's weird. And then we notice a bunch of dust and paw prints everywhere. And they're big paw prints. Like dust from outside had been blown in. And we look past the kitchen and the back door was wide open. Nobody had bothered to shut the back door.
Can I just
And
say,
I was
pretty weak breaking and entering job by you in that case.
I know, we didn't even check the
door
back.
was open.
Fucking, we went through all this trouble to break in the front. We didn't even bother checking the back. But fucking, yeah, so I was like, it's probably a raccoon, fucking, it's fine. And my partner was like, no, that sounds way bigger than a raccoon. We need to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, okay, fine. It's probably whatever though. We'll leave and come back like later or some shit. And I wasn't believing him, but I was like, better safe than sorry, whatever. And so we're heading back down the hill and we look back and through the living room windows, we see the figure of a very large cat and two beaming fucking eyes just staring at us through the living room window. And we're like, oh, fuck. So we don't want to run because fucking mountain lions are, you know, predators. They're activated by running. Fucking. So we start very hurriedly walking back down the hill to my house. This is like 3 a.m, mind you. And fucking we look back and we see the fucking grass in the field next to the road that we're walking down is parting and getting closer. Like straight out of that one scene from fucking Jurassic Park 2.
Jesus.
And we're like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. So we start walking a little faster, but again, we don't want to run. And so we're like, if we just stick together, there's 2 of us, it probably won't bother us. We need to act calm. And we can't make a lot of noise though, because we don't want to wake up my parents. Fucking. So it gets to a point where this road no longer has like a field next to it. It's just pavement. And after we get to that point, we suddenly start hearing clickety-clack, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. And we're like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. And we start walking even faster. And we don't bother looking behind us because fucking why the fuck would you bother when you've got a big ass thing coming after you and you're terrified for your life and you just want to get the hell out of there. So we sweep the corner, fucking go into my front door, which is weirdly on the opposite side of the house from where my parents are. So that was the door I always used to sneak out. We go in the front door, we close it, we lock it, and we immediately run into my room and hide under the covers. And
there under the covers, clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
The mountain lion.
Fucking, we're super quiet, breathing heavy, and we just hear against the front door, because my room was right next to where the front door was. Just the doors start creaking like something's pushing against it. And we're like, what the absolute fuck, dude? And I think what happened is the mountain lion was just like rubbing on it or whatever the fuck, like trying to smell it. But we were like, oh god, it's trying to break in. But yeah, that's my mountain lion home break-in
You're
story.
like, there's no way that the mountain lion will be able to pick the lock, and the mountain lion walks around the side of the house. Wait, do we leave the back door locked? Oh no!
And like,
Oh no.
and like for a long time, not a long time, for like the next like 2 weeks, I was gaslighting myself. Like, that's definitely not what happened. That is too insane of a thing to have happened. But I told my mom, I was like, hey, I was walking around the neighborhood and I think I saw a mountain lion in the neighbor's house that was just abandoned. And she was like, oh shit, there's no way. You know what? I'll inform the relatives of the family who had left, who were cleaning up the mess after they had fucking ran out of the country. And so she did. And yeah, like 2 weeks later, we were driving around the neighborhood and we drove by the house and that family member was there, like with a truck loading shit from the house into the truck. And he walked up and he leaned into the window and he was like, yeah, thanks for the tip. Yeah, it turns out we found like animal carcasses and shit in the attic. Like, not of anything big, but like, you know, raccoons and like possums and like birds and shit. Yeah, we absolutely do think there was a mountain lion that took up residence in this house. So fucking animal control had to come in and clear things out. Like, thanks, it's so cool that you ended up seeing that. Fucking, they could have made way worse of a mess of the house. And I was like, yeah, I got lucky. Yeah, ha.
You know, the reason that mountain lion was so intent on chasing you guys and was pounding on the door, that was your neighbor who had performed a spell and was like, please, you have to help me. I've been a mountain lion for weeks. And you were there to rob him.
I was there to steal his shit.
Can I just say, like, 6'5" male privilege here, where I was like, why would you be breaking and entering at 3 a.m? I'm just like, it's an abandoned house. Walk in at 3 p.m. Who give a shit?
Because I was very tightly monitored and not allowed to do anything during the day.
In fairness, you did almost get killed by a mountain lion, so that does make sense.
Maybe
I've
there's
also
a good
nearly-
reason why.
I've also nearly been killed by a coyote for similar reasons. So, you know, Maybe my parents had a point. Yeah, I was trying to break into another person's house and I was like going around a gate and there was a fucking coyote hiding in the bushes and it was really mad.
How tall are you that a coyote was like a significant threat?
5'7".
Ashley be like, I laugh in the face of danger.
I don't think the coyote was trying to kill me. I think it was just really fucking pissed that I was in its territory.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
I thought Jello was gonna say 6'5". Why would you be afraid of a mountain lion? No, I do not want to fucking tangle with a mountain lion. Are you kidding?
Oh.
Anyway, next one. I feel like I forgot this was next. And I accidentally cleared myself of this one early. Who had to relocate to a new school because of mold?
How is this dirty laundry?
Yeah.
Maybe it was their mold.
They put the mold there. I'm gonna be mean. I think this is a Lizzie story because it's not salacious at all.
Yeah, also
who lived in humid spaces, who lived in humid climates, because Utah's a desert.
they can still have mold.
Mold can be wherever
Yes.
it wants to
Mold
be.
can be anywhere. In your school, perhaps.
No,
Well,
Could have been
I
a leaky
did-
pipe.
Chad
I
thinks
went
it's me.
to,
No,
like, the
no.
biggest high
This
school.
could be like, I feel like anyone but Lizzie. Like, this could be fucking Toronto because it's humid as shit here. This could be Washington because it is constantly raining there. And this could be New York because it's, well, not terribly far from where I live. And
I'll head you off at the pass. I didn't go to school in Washington. I grew up in Bay Area, California.
Oh, Bay Area.
I mean,
no water near there
fair
for the
enough.
mold.
Yeah, it was also nice there. We didn't have moldy schools.
But no, I never like switched schools because of mold. The only time I switched schools was whenever I moved to a different state. And that was
Because
about
of mold.
Because of mold.
I moved to a different state because of mold, okay.
It's following me.
I feel like it's either a Lizzie or an Alex story.
It's giving Lizzie.
It's giving Lizzie. It could be Alex.
You guys always say it's giving Lizzie, and then you're wrong.
Not
You
the
know
last
what?
time.
Wild
be.
card? It could be Marissa, because I can see Marissa's mom being like, "They found mold in your school. We're moving you immediately."
No,
That's
no,
pretty funny.
Marissa went to, like, I don't know, a floating school for rich children, and they're just like, I went to the Carnegie Steel inheritor, and he had a train in his
No,
backyard.
What up? I went to Catholic school, and I did change schools, but it was because I was a gifted child, and I was struggling with being ahead of the rest of the class. So my parents did move me to a private school out on Long Island, and then we did move out to Long Island a couple years
Fellow
later.
Gifted ex-Caths, yo!
Woo! But no, not mold.
Maybe.
And again, I wouldn't have submitted this. This is not my story. Is I feel like I tried to stick with Jello's. Like Jello was like a thing you're actively doing. You know,
I'm stroking my beard in contemplation.
Didn't Jello grow up in Florida? No, I'm from Chicago, which is just Toronto again. They're the same place, except Chicago smells more like wet metal, and Toronto has open sewer grates everywhere, so Toronto smells like poo.
I don't know who to pick.
It depends on where you are. There are a few places that always, like clockwork, smell like raw sewage, but then you pass them and it's just fine.
insightful commentary. I'm going Alex.
You know what? Alex is also the one who tried to submit a non-dirty laundry story before, so maybe it is Alex.
Yeah, just like fun facts.
Don't know. I can't decide. I want a point. I really want a
I mean,
point.
I've had dirtier laundry. I was just kind of like wondering, like,
I will say, I
Fuck.
won't say what the story was. Alex is the only person in this game who has submitted a story where I went, "Are you sure about that one?" And he went, "Actually, you're right. Let's not put that publicly." And I went, "Okay, that makes sense." To his
Goddamn.
credit.
Well, okay.
Yeah, it's like that might have been potentially bad, so
It could have impacted at least one person's career
Plus,
in a
it's-
negative way.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
plus it's something that I've actually brought up before, and
Oh,
I'm not sure
okay.
if anyone I'm not sure if Ashley, Lizzie, or Marissa even remember it, so you know what? If they had heard it, they probably would have guessed me anyways.
We will
Is it
talk
the
about
fucking
that
Boy Scout
later.
story?
I read it to that.
Oh no, fuck, I should have put that one in there. That you would have known it was me, but it's fucking funny.
I read Jello's born in Texas. Yeah, I'm not. Never get any information about any minor internet person off like a wiki or anything. They're all made up. Like, they don't cite a fucking thing. I'm from Chicago. Anyway, let's get our guesses in. Marissa, you're first.
Alex.
Alex, who do you think?
Alex.
I'm going with Lizzie.
Lizzie, who do you think?
What about Ashley? Doesn't Ashley get a vote?
I thought you already said Alex, so I was just...
No, I was gonna vote Lizzie.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Wow.
I really don't know. Marissa? Sure.
All right. Will the moldy person speak up?
Yeah, it was me. I was the mold man.
Really?
Nailed it.
I wanted a point!
So basically, like, what happened was grade 10 in high school. We're at school for like a few days, and we get this announcement that we have found mold in the portables. We need to demolish them immediately. There is not going to be enough room for classes here. One grade has to relocate temporarily.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So, our grade was chosen as the one to relocate.
Oh.
My high school was about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes away from where I lived. The relocation was in the middle of downtown Toronto. Like, 40 minutes to an hour away.
That
Oh.
sucks.
That's
But here's the
rough.
thing. That was one of the most fun experiences of my entire life.
I love mold.
Basically, the relocation was like in an abandoned elementary school that was
Filled with
repurposed
mountain
for-
lions.
Abandoned buildings between the lot of you. What is this shit?
It was repurposed for classes, and it was like right in the downtown core where there were a lot of like cool like shops and places like Honest Ed's there. It was also where it was that area where I also had my first kiss, which was in a Tim Hortons.
Aw.
Alex always given the juicy extra details that really you don't have to draw.
I love the lore.
Always telling people about how you hooked up at conventions.
I like that Alex's anti-tell is that anytime someone accuses him, he's like, you know what? That's a really, like, even if it's not him, that's a really excellent guy. I understand why you did that. Makes a lot of sense, actually.
So, for those wondering, like, the Alex hooks up with people at conventions thing, I once said at a panel, like, oh, I hooked up with my current, like, girlfriend at a con, and what I meant was, like, by that, I used it in the sense of, like, I got together with my girlfriend, who is now my wife, at a con. We had already been friends for years, and it was like, for some reason, it did not strike me that that had other connotations, and
You kept saying hooked up on panels, and we'd be like, Alex,
anyways,
Did you,
Alex.
you get met up or like got like closer? Like maybe the problem was he said hooked up and then afterwards was, to preface that, here's what I mean, but like after the fact.
Yeah, no, you fully did not explain yourself because you didn't know that you were saying something that sounded a little bit dirty out of context. So we had to pull you aside after the panel and be like, Alex,
Marissa,
when you say that,
life.
when you say that, it sounds like you are telling the children about your sex life. Perhaps you want to use a different turn of phrase.
Okay, can I just say this is the most.
You see, the only time I talk about that is when we're doing these streams.
This is the most 14-year-old sentence I've ever seen in my life. Okay, hookup story sounds pretty clickbaity lore. Cry laughing emoji, cry laughing emoji. Should you be here? That's like someone writing a pastiche of a Zoomer right there. 5 minutes old or 60.
You decide.
God, that's funny. All right, that's points for whoever got points, Marissa, I think. All right.
I'll get there one day, guys.
We have
Let's
3.
go.
We got 3 left. Let's see. Can we come back? We got who got so stressed in college that they broke out in hives and dropped out. 2 of you did earlier admit you dropped out of college.
Yeah, I
so-
was just trying to remember who admitted
Remember
to
who
dropping
definitely-
out.
Yeah.
You can say that the mold story isn't dirty laundry, but this is dirty laundry.
I did drop out of college, but I remember someone else also saying it. Who was the other person?
It was
who
Ashley.
said
and
I
Lizzie.
also dropped out of
It was
college.
Ashley.
Yeah, it's one of you two. At the
Well,
very
it could be
least,
somebody
this is-
else. They just didn't mention it.
This is
True.
this
I
is
have
a
a bachelor's
story
degree
of
in arts and sciences. It's not me.
them like actively dropping out. Your story is like mold happened to me and then I had to relocate.
Mm,
Maybe this person got so stressed and had hives because of mold.
I didn't drop out because of stress or hives or anything like that. I
Does
dropped out
mold
because they
cause
literally got
hives?
rid of my
No.
major.
Oh.
I don't
Oh,
know
that's
where
tough.
chat. I don't know where you're getting that I dropped. I never dropped out of school.
I dropped out just because I realized that wasn't the path I wanted. I wanted to focus on voiceover. That's
I
what
have a
it
BA. Like I finished college.
A badass.
Yeah.
Flexes.
I've got a
Oh,
bachelor's in
fuck.
theater studies. I did not drop out of college.
Actually, side note about the story I just made that I just remembered. For those wondering in chat, I was not in the moldy portables long enough to become a transphobe, but tish.
Yeah, we got mold. We got Harry Potter books. Donate to the Transgender Law Center.
Donate!
It's an epidemic out there. Donate to the Transgender Law
You know what?
Center.
That's the real dirty laundry. Being surrounded by that much of the good old transphobe juice.
Ugh. Transphobe juice is just like such a gross sentence.
hate
Don't
that.
drink your transphobe juice, kids.
Ugh.
Who is the most
Oh,
likely
man,
to
I
be
have-
allergic to college? I kind of think Jello. I did drop out of college for a little bit, but I did come back and finish.
I was gonna say I think it's Jello because Jello strikes me as the only person here to get stressed enough about school to break out into hives.
Yeah, but Jello is a sick little guy, and I feel like if hives was one of his ailments, I would have heard about it way longer ago.
I do
I'm
have.
leaning towards Ashley.
I do have some pretty bad
gonna say it's-
skin conditions.
I'm gonna say it's not Jello either, because there needs to be like that kind of like if it's down to like one person's prompt, like there's got to be that ambiguity about whether or not it's Jello or somebody else.
Thank you, Airmail Llama,
definitely-
for $100. Woo!
It definitely wasn't me because I never gave enough of a fuck about school to break out into hives from stress.
Well, and also, Ashley, all of your stories have been insane. I don't
Exactly.
think this doesn't fit your MO. I'm gonna have to say it's Lizzie.
I'm still leaning towards Ashley. Like, I don't know. Because I don't know Jello well enough to know if he'd break out into hives. And Ashley, I feel like
I am one of the
this-
sickest
I
people.
do break
any of
out
you
into
have
hives
met.
when I get fucking stressed. That is true.
Lizzie, despite not knowing Jello, you accused him 3 times in a row. That's not an issue for you.
I No, but this just sounds more like an Ashley thing to me.
If you want to get another point, Lizzie, don't vote for me. It was not me. I am the fucker who would write on tests because I didn't study for them. I didn't study. I don't know any of the answers. Just give me a 0.
You're making me think of Jello now.
This is a no-win situation for Lizzie because it's her story.
It's
This
between
is a
Lizzie and
Lizzie
Jello
story.
for me.
I want a
Mm.
It's
point.
somehow
I really want
Marissa,
a
but I
point,
doubt
guys.
it. She
Alright.
seems much too chill and stuff about school.
Chill is not one of the words I would use to describe Marissa first, I will say. But
Or it's more just like the I don't give a fuck vibes. I don't know.
Actually, I did break out in shingles immediately after I graduated college because of stress. And the doctor was like, "Oh, you've got shingles." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, did you do something stressful recently?" And I was like, "Graduate college." And he's like, "Yeah, that'll do it to you. Anyway, it's going to be the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. Enjoy."
Oh.
Oh no.
all right, let's get votes in. I think it's back to Alex, or is it Marissa? Who starts this one? Do you guys know? Smokes?
No idea.
Let's start with Alex
I
then.
don't know. I feel like it could be fucking anybody.
It's Michael.
Michael.
I'm gonna. God damn it! I
Go really far on the outside. Say it was Goose. No one will ever see that coming.
It was Bubble.
Alex is really stumped here.
Stunned silence.
You want me to go first, Alex?
Marissa.
All right.
You voting for me? Okay.
Ashley, who do you think?
It is squarely between you, Lizzie, and Marissa for me. The only thing I got going for me is it's been a minute since we've had a Marissa story, so I think it's Marissa.
Okay, Lizzie.
I really want a point. I'm still stuck between Ashley and Jello. I don't know who to pick.
It's
But-
I promise you, it's not me.
Okay, I'll say Jello. I'll lock it in. Jello.
Okay, well, now that it's locked in, I lied about dropping out of college. So, Marissa, who do you think it was?
Lizzie.
Lizzie, tell us about this.
Wait, did Alex vote?
Yeah, he went first. It was
Oh,
Marissa.
wait, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was me.
Oh my
it's
God.
obviously you.
Fucking
So,
damn it.
okay.
I
I
tried
went to
I tried to
college-
even the playing field by just like lying and adding a third option. Sorry, I did my best.
That's all good. Thank you for giving me something to play off of to try and deflect. Yeah, so I went to college for about a year and a half, and then I went to do what's called the Disney College Program. And yeah, it's basically the Disney Parks way of getting cheap, quick turnover labor. And I got to be Mickey Mouse at Disney World for a whole semester, and I loved it. It just reinvigorated my love for performing, and when my program ended and I went back to college, I was miserable, and I came to the realization that the only reason I was there was because my dad really wanted me to get a degree. And that's a stupid reason to be in college. So I dropped out. And then I decided to audition for Disneyland in California and worked there for about a year, continuing to be Mickey Mouse and other fun mascot characters. And honestly, dropping out of college for me was one of the best decisions I ever made. For my
Hell yeah.
How did you get the hives? When did the hives happen?
Yeah, no. So when I came back from the Disney College program, I was so miserable that literally for 2 weeks straight, I suddenly broke out into hives for no reason. And I had to take Benadryl like every day to make them go away. They were all along my stomach and like down my legs, and it sucked. It was awful. So that's when I knew I needed to drop out.
I have a suggestion for how to rephrase this story if you ever play something like this again. You need to be like, who got hives from Mickey Mouse? Who got a disease from Mickey Mouse? That's really intriguing and strange.
So yeah.
All right, that's another point for Marissa, putting you in double digits. There are 2 left. There's just enough time for everyone that isn't Lizzie to win.
Oh,
This burning fire sips my coffee. This is fine.
unless the last 2 stories are Lizzie and she's been playing like an incredibly long game and she's just like, can't wait for Jello to break out those 2
Lizzie,
crazy stories.
I desperately was hoping it wasn't Lizzie's story so Lizzie could get a point.
It's okay. Thank you,
I
Ashley.
tried to alley-oop, but Melissa was like, no. So I did my best. All right, penultimate story. Who stole rum from a family trip, but was so outwardly anti-alcohol at the time, the entire family ended up fighting about who the culprit was?
Marissa.
wow, quick
This
accusation.
seems like such a bougie thing to be upset about.
This seems
That's
bougie.
true.
Oh, so you're thinking this is like who stole my expensive rum rather than who took the alcohol when they weren't
Why
supposed to.
is the rum always gone, guys?
Why is the
It's
rum gone?
in a very first world problems kind of thing.
Rum's not bougie. You get like a rum and coke. That's like a really common drink.
I don't
yeah,
think
Rum
of rum
can
as
be
bougie.
bougie though.
That more in like a first world problems kind of thing.
I'm just gonna say it wasn't me because I had a Mormon family and none of them would have had rum available. Just saying.
So this would be an incredible misdirect if it was you.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, this reeks of a bougie problem. So I definitely think it was Marissa.
I could second that, yeah.
I really didn't think anyone would be like, I didn't read this and think, rum, the pinnacle. I think that's because I came from
It's not about the rum, it's about like the sentiment behind it.
What?
I don't really understand either, to be honest.
I think Alex is just trying to throw me under the bus here.
It's like I guess just the vibe is like what tight-knit family cares that much about it?
It's a good question.
I guess when I see fighting about who the culprit was, I'm assuming that like every option was underage. Like in terms of like siblings or cousins. Maybe I came from a really big family and I am also comedic. Like I don't drink now and I wasn't a narc, but I was a fucking obnoxious little. I was raised in the Dare era. I'm straight edge. I don't do anything. And I was pretty annoying
pretty straight
about
edge,
it.
but I was pretty straight edge, but I did kind of pride myself on having some of that good old-fashioned church wine. Yo!
I really thought you were going to be like, I was straight edge, but I did steal the rum in this story.
I love the idea of stealing the rum like no one.
Fuck.
Maybe
You actually just gave me you gave me so many good ideas, both related to alcohol, that I should have written down for this. God damn it!
man,
Come
Alex.
on, Alex.
Fuck, these would have been fucking great for this.
Yeah, maybe this person stole rum because they're like, you shouldn't be drinking. That's against the rules. Steal the rum and
Taking it away from you guys.
maybe that's why they thought they're like, where the fuck is my rum?
Yeah, I think I'm settled on my answer.
All right, well we've looped
Me
back
too.
around. Ashley, who do you think?
I think it's Marissa.
Lizzie,
You know, I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna say Ashley.
okay. Marissa,
I'm going to go Alex.
Alex.
I think it's Marissa.
All right. Tell us the story, rum thief.
So yeah, I was pretty anti-alcohol as a child. Very much. Well, as a child, I was
told you.
legal to drink.
First world problem.
I was legal to drink, but I was very anti-alcohol. I was just like, oh no, I don't like to drink. And that is true of now. I still don't really like to drink, but I was in college and I was like, I'm gonna be so cool if I bring this to my school and supply it for my friends who all drink. So I did. I stole a handle of rum. We were on vacation and my family had purchased a handle of Captain Morgan, and I put it in my bag and took it back to college with me. And everyone else in my family drinks, so they all immediately started pointing the finger at each other, being like, "You must be taking it.
You
must be
started
taking it."
chaos.
I started chaos. A handle, yeah, it's a bottle of Captain Morgan that has a handle on it. It's a specific size of rum, and they never found out it was me until I admitted it like years later. I was just like, yeah, that was me. I was just bringing it home to college so that my friends could drink it, and they were like, what the hell?
That's funny.
That is exactly like every beat of that story I expected. So when it was like, this seems bougie, I was like, this is the least bougie thing I've ever heard Marissa do, actually. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys associate rum with being bougie.
I thought we're the rum. It's about the family's reactions. Like, oh my, I didn't steal the booze.
Rum is expensive. Like, it's alcohol.
Okay, you know
Yeah.
what? Maybe I'm talking out my own ass. I don't know. It's just the impression I got.
Yeah, maybe it were like a fine crystalline goblet of I don't know, Napoli's finest or some shit.
Yeah,
but
it's
who are
not
well off
champagne or
keep-
absinthe. It's rum.
People who are well off keep extremely good track of their belongings.
Okay, you want me to be really honest. It's more the family thing, I guess.
Yeah, the reason why they noticed immediately was not because anyone was taking stock of their rum. It was because we were leaving. We were on vacation. We were staying at like an Airbnb. And so as they were leaving, they were like, where is the rum? We have to take it with us. We can't just leave it here. Where is it? And no one was fessing up to having it, and no one could find it. So they were like, what the hell is going on?
Ashley, that does sound sus from the home invader. Listen.
Next
Thank you.
prompt.
All right,
Next
final prompt. Who almost became a camera operator for porn?
What?
Oh ho ho.
Who
There's
did
been-
camera operation?
The
cameras.
tricky thing about the vagueness of this wording is there have been so many people on this version of this show and the actual Dropout version who will just be like, yeah, I ended up filming some of my friends fucking or whatever. And it's like, I guess that's porn, but like, it's not what I think of. Like, I like, it's not for consumption by other people.
No,
Yeah,
I
is
think
this
production.
like amateur or like a full-on production?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Jello.
Do you have a reason?
Yeah?
Because it sounds bougie.
I mean, fuck you.
It's been
Least boosh thing and
Getting a little feisty here. Is that defensive-ness I'm picking up on?
Ooh.
yes, Marissa, I've shot for porn.
Yeah.
No,
You
that
do
is
write
almost.
salacious stories and hook up at conventions, so
Yeah, this guy over here.
Fuck you.
I'm thinking to Marissa because Marissa wears a lot of hats. Honestly.
I've never been a camera operator.
I legit, Lizzie, thought you were gonna say, I think it's Marissa because Marissa wears glasses. And I was like, what are you talking about?
No, Marissa just does a lot of different things in the entertainment sphere. So
That is true. I am a writer, a producer, a director, but never camera operator. The only time I ever, actually, this is kind of funny. The only time I ever operated a camera was when I was in the Disney program.
my god.
Just like you. But I did the film school one.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, film school.
Man,
I
all
did,
of you
yeah. I
guys.
decided I didn't like it, so I've never done camera operation professionally. There's no reason anyone would approach me to be a camera operator.
All of you guys got conned by Disney in college. Oh, okay.
Most,
Yeah.
like, It's got to be either Ashley or Jello.
Or
It's
you.
been a long time since we've gotten a Jello one.
It's true.
Yeah,
And he
I'm
would
thinking
throw
it's
us off
Jell-O.
at the very end.
I don't like this. I don't know who to pick.
The thing, if any of us get away with it, someone gets 3 points. So I can't vote Jello in good conscience. Like that's just potentially leaving 3 points on the table. That's just a
What
bad
if
move.
I get 3 points.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, man.
I got to
But I
pick
feel
someone
like
on the
then
board.
That means there's someone who has more than 3 prompts.
Have you been counting?
Maybe.
That's pretty suspicious behavior, Alex.
It's pretty sus.
Card counting over here.
Sus. Or Jello could be throwing something at the end to try and help Lizzie at least get a few more points.
Wink, wink.
I would love this to be Lizzie's after her other ones. This
I
would
would
be so
fucking love it to be Lizzie's too. Saved her
That would
most
be-
salacious story for last.
Ah ha ha. No, I've never worked a camera before in my life.
I have touched a camera once, and it was a $50,000 red camera, and I
Ugh.
nearly broke it, so I never touched one ever again.
You could not.
If you guys think it's somehow me, put a camera in my hand and tell me to white balance it. Never white balance anything. I was in film production school. I do not know how to do that consistently well. It's
You went to
just-
film school? That's a pretty fucking...
Listen, porn doesn't need good white balance.
That's pretty
No,
interesting.
it doesn't. Film school is the perfect fucking pipeline to get there.
It does say
Oh,
that
yeah.
you almost became a camera operator for porn. Maybe you were like, I'd love to do this.
Almost.
Oh, but I'm no good at white balance. I can't shoot the boobs.
Jello
I
or
feel like-
Alex?
I feel like the wording of almost is like you were someone who was around cameras enough that like you would be approached for like a project and you didn't find out
was
until like the
not.
last second that it was porn and then you dipped out.
It was like,
That's true.
it's one of those things where, like, the amount of times I've used camera, like, it was only in second year university, and, like, I just
When you shot the porn.
stopped.
Alex is talking a lot.
Yes,
so I'm gonna
absolutely.
vote
When I
Alex.
shot porn.
So suspicious, right?
Alex is being super fucking suspicious.
Does not mean nearly what you think it means.
Whenever it's him, he talks a lot.
Yeah, he
Let
does.
your enemies talk. Let your enemies talk.
I love the person in chat who's just like Ashley almost broke the camera, then gave up on the job. Makes sense. The idea of
You
shooting
fucking
a
got me.
porn with
On
a
a
$50,000 camera is crazy.
That's pretty specific. True.
Lizzie, no, you're not supposed to be swayed by this. This is a ridiculous thing that they're saying.
Yes, I used a $50,000 camera to shoot porn. You've caught
Well,
me.
almost. You
Almost.
Almost. That's true.
This person
No,
That's
fucking.
why-
This person's way too
No,
deep in the sauce. I mean, Gangle has an embarrassing secret revolving around a figurine thing mentioned twice in
I'm
Amazing
not
Digital Circuit.
Gangle.
The idea that you're like, listen, Goose, I have a real life ARG component of my hat pass that you must allude to in Amazing Digital Circus is crazy.
Gotta put this real life lore about me into your character. I think earlier you were like, well, Gangle dropped out of college. I'm not really Gangle. I don't know how to tell this to you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you're Google, obviously.
If you're not Gangle, then explain this. Pulls the ribbon around your neck and you unfurl into a big long ribbon.
For real, though, I do feel sometimes like Goose peered into my brain when coming up with Kane.
Aw.
I think it's either Jello or Alex.
Guys,
But-
their names are underneath them on screen. You can see that you don't need to call them Zooble.
If we vote Jello, though, Alex will get 3 points and win.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta cover the board here.
Oh,
I believe Lizzie
Yeah.
starts this one. So Lizzie, who do
I
you
want
think
that. Okay.
was almost a camera operator for porn?
Shit. It's either Alex or Ashley. Alex or Ashley. I don't know who to pick. Alex. I'll say Alex.
All right, Marissa.
I'm also saying Alex.
Alex.
Fuck. Do you get any points if I say you, Jello? You don't. Do
No.
I get any points if I say it's you?
Yes.
You get
if you
points.
guess me correctly, then you get a point. Yes.
I'm gonna say it's you then.
Okay. And Ashley, who do you think?
I think it's Alex.
All right. Almost porn operator, almost reveal yourself.
You fools! Of course it was me!
Damn it! Damn it!
Again,
Damn it!
Ashley just swung the victory from you guys. I think it's crazy none of you even asked her a question. That was
Was shocked! You should know, all of the insane ones are me.
But it's not that insane.
I was like,
I feel like comparative to your other one,
Ashley's
That's
story
true.
ending with an insane one.
comparative to the other ones, this one is not that crazy.
I guess I think it's crazier than it is, but yeah, no, you're probably right.
Okay, so do tell.
There's a
Yeah.
common thread with a lot of my stories of I was hard on money and about to be homeless. This is right after I dropped out of high school. One of the previous year's graduates of the film program that I was in during high school. I dropped out of high school, but then I continued going to my high school's film program because it was at a different school, and I was really buddy-buddy with the teacher, which is how I got access to the $50,000 camera. And so even though I technically wasn't allowed to go to that program anymore, my teacher just let me keep going and fucking graduate the program because he's like, fuck them, I don't give a shit. And one of the previous year's graduates kept coming in. I wish I could give his full name, but he is in the FBI now, I believe. So fucking that would out him. But he has a very funny name.
Was he running a sting operation trying to get a high school dropout to film porn? Because that seems suspicious.
Fucking, I was 18, so it was fine.
All right. I didn't know when you dropped out. Like,
He was-
Pipeline. That's
I was-
fascinating.
I was
Very much.
18, he was 19, so it's fine. Yeah, he's in the FBI now, and he had 3 testicles. Interesting dude. Named after a very famous rock star. And I was hanging out with him because we became fast friends. And he was like, hey, so I recently got approached for a job with this new company that's starting up in the area that shoots porn. Do you want to join me as a camera operator and like lighting manager and like all that stuff? But specifically, you could be on camera because I'm better with lights. And I'm like, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And I eventually decided to decline because at the time I was like, I don't know, I want to pursue like art and animation and like being on the internet. So if that ever got out, oh no, I'd get in such trouble. But now looking back, nobody would fucking care. Nobody would give a shit if I had worked in porn as a fucking camera operator. So I should have done it. Would have been good ass money.
I'm sure at least some of us we're voice actors. I'm sure at least some of us have voiced in porn before. Raises hand.
Raises hand.
Yeah.
I never have. No one's ever asked me. Cry.
I was just talking about this on like a stream like a night or two ago, and I mentioned this. People were like, "That's crazy," and I was like, "Yeah, I was in like some lactation fetish thing. I don't know." People reach out to you and they're like, "Do you want money?" And I was like, "Yeah." What? And you can just
I've auditioned for.
Good.
I've auditioned for Etchy, but
Hell
Been
yeah.
in Etchy. I've been the main character in Etchy.
Yeah, been in plenty of Etsy.
this was
Been in
before Digital Circus, where unfortunately, even though it's not for kids, a lot of kids watch it. So it's like, I don't know.
Fine.
I've
Even
been in
it's
a
not
ton of
something I'm
Etsy.
particularly interested in voicing in. So yeah.
I've been in a little bit of hentai, not much, and never as like a participatory character. I'm usually like a random background rando because I think that's funny. And Honey Pop. So it's
Oh yeah.
And Island
There's
of
one-
Giant Insects.
And
There's
well,
this
I
one-
wasn't in Island of Giant Incest. I was the director. You were in Island of Giant Incest.
I got
I
killed by a
remember.
giant insect.
No.
Yeah, you did.
There's this anime I'm in called The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter.
Is that what the kids are calling it now?
I'm not the main character, but I'm the main character's love interest in it, and it is certainly an ecchi anime that exists.
Hell yeah.
The idea
The
of like
juicy.
the idea that like any anime actor would get flack from the community that for being an actual not safe for work stuff is wild, because like I remember back in the day when Funimation was still Funimation, you just be like, oh yeah, like I don't know, like Goblin Slayer just showed up and it's like, hey, someone got like, I'm glad this person got this role. It's like, oh, they get like gang raped on screen or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, anime is kind of horrible sometimes. So like the idea, it's like, I was in a show where there were boobs in it and you could see the nipples. It's like, yeah, and what else?
I had a dude like try and do a sting operation on me, or like reveal me, being like, you were in this hentai and I can prove it. And I was like, yeah, I did put pseudonyms on some hentai in my early career. Again, I wasn't even a participatory character. I was like playing side characters. And I'm like, but at this point in my career, several years later, now that I've done Honey Pop and all that stuff, I was like, this is not the gotcha you think it is, my guy. No one would give a shit.
All right. That is the end of the game. So Ashley is the come from behind winner with 11 points at the last second. Also,
From behind, you say.
I wasn't gonna point it out. I love that Marissa was like, we gotta play the field and make sure no one can get these points. And Lizzie goes, I vote Alex, and you're like, I also vote Alex. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
I got very confused by that.
I really wanted the extra point, and I should have spread and gotten either Ashley or it wasn't going to be Lizzie.
You
but
know
I
what they
should've- I
say.
should've
You
voted
should have
Ashley.
spread if you wanted the come from behind victory. They always say that.
Hold on. Let me get the camera.
I
Hold
thought
on.
I had Alex pegged the way Ashley did, a couple rounds ago. And I was really confident, I was getting cocky.
We got to get rid of these hard ticks.
Man, talk about a come up story.
All right. That's enough of this. That's
Gotta end the
everything.
stream.
We have a
guys, penis.
Shit.
Wait. En español, pene.
Ain't that the pasta? The
It is. It's pronounced the same way.
That's pretty funny. All right, that's the end of our game. Thank you guys all for playing. Normally we do like an auctioneering round at the end, but there actually weren't enough stories offhand like spread throughout to do that, and also Lizzie has a hard out today, so we're actually just gonna wrap it there. Is there anything you guys are in that you want to plug? Anything you're working on, or like stuff before we wrap up, etc., etc.? No particular order. Yeah.
On my stream tomorrow, we're going to be playing Repo. Me, Lizzie, Ashley, Amanda, and I believe we're going to try to include Alex as well, if the mod that allows extra people works.
If you can, that's fine. But
I would like
you want
to.
me to set up the mod pack to
I set
give out the
up
code?
the mod pack. I will see if it works, but it'll be at least 4 of us, if not 5 of us. So you can come
Sweet.
over to my stream for that. And that stream will also be connected to this very same charity to help the Transgender Law Center. So you can continue to give over there tomorrow if you are so inclined.
And you should be, because if you incline all the way by the end of the year, I have to read through another fucking Danganronpa game with Marissa.
Yeah,
which
I don't know
Hell
if people
yeah.
know this, but the whole reason we're doing this charity and why it's $150K is because Jello hated Danganronpa 1, and the goal of this one is to get him to force him to sit down and be Komaida for our playthrough of Danganronpa 2.
like six separate people who know me well, including you, for years were like, you should never play Danganronpa, you'd hate it. And I was like, I'll put it up for $15,000 at the end of last year. And we did it, and we played the game, and I was like, you guys undersold it. I didn't think I thought it would be this tasteless. I didn't think it would also be a shit video game. Like, I didn't think it would also be unfun. I thought there'd be some reason.
We gotta get Super Danganronpa 2. I want to hear this man play Komida so badly.
No.
So please donate to a good cause.
It's Bryce Papenbrook, but he's stubbing his toe every 5 words. I don't know why it talks like that.
We got to do it. It's going to be such a good stream. So if you enjoyed this stream and you want to see us torture Jello on a stream, please give to the charity. And you can come by tomorrow to my stream, and you can give on the repo stream, and it will go into the exact same pool.
Yeah. Where is that going to be for people who don't know? What's your Twitch?
It's actually going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on my Vixen the Rain. Yeah, I know. I have found that we get way more people if we do Digital Circus streams on YouTube. So come to Vixen the Reindeer. That's my YouTube channel, and you can see it there.
All right. Anyone else got anything to plug? Anything they're doing?
Not okay. This is just more me being excited about it, but there was a recent episode of the Disney spin-off of Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, and I voice a baby dragon in it, and it just popped up on my IMDb recently, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah! I still can't find the episode because it's not on Disney Plus yet, and I'm so upset. I want to see it. So, yeah. Is it fun? That was fun.
I also stream on my own channel, Ashley Nichols Art, on YouTube, and I am making an indie animated series called Farfetched. Just look up Farfetched Show basically everywhere, and you'll find it. We're very, very close to finishing all of the animation. We're getting there.
My pitch for people who watch my stuff for Farfetched is always that Danny Chambers, voice of Molly, plays a lesbian witch in it. So, like, what else do you want?
What more do you need?
I know that's what you want. Don't lie. So you can watch that. Also,
Danny
Tatum's
Chambers
in it.
Voice ever. I'm just saying.
She's so sweet.
She is.
Yeah, Danny and Tatum is a really good get.
Bro, I'm so happy we have Tatum. That was the most nerve-wracking fucking meeting I've ever had in my life.
That's one of those, because I also auditioned for Farfetch, and that's one of those, like, oh, I'll try for this character. Okay, who actually got Tatum? All right, fine, I didn't have a fucking shot. What am I doing?
Jello, you got really far into the auditions, though.
Yay.
You got real far.
I don't know if my thing's gonna exist. I'm like far-fetched deep lore at this
You
point.
are. That still exists. It's just it can't come out until after the pilot, so it's gonna be a long while.
Yeah. Anyway, if you support it, if you want to see the deeper parts of the far-fetched iceberg that I'm involved with, I guess. Alex, are you gonna bring something up?
Yeah. The D&D stream is hopefully going to happen next month.
The Digital Circus one, you should specify so that people get excited.
The Digital Circus themed D&D one-shot is hopefully going to happen next month.
Yeah.
I am in the process right now of actually getting some art commissioned for it.
Ooh.
Featuring all of the main 6 as their classes for the game.
From My Little Pony?
Yes.
I call Fluttershy.
I think Twilight Sparkle personally would be a pretty great sorcerer.
Oh, she would.
This is going to be an in-character D&D stream for those who are curious. So it's going to be Kane as the dungeon master, and we're all going to be playing our characters playing D&D.
Oh,
as if Kane has just suddenly thrust them into a random dungeon full of references to the show and all sorts of horrible things happening.
I love the idea of Kane not sending them into an actual dungeon, but forcing them to sit down and imagine like real world D&D together. That's so funny. Like the idea that would be a full episode. All right.
Look forward to that.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff. We all good? Going once, going twice.
Yeah, gamers.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. We got like around 2,000 and some change, which is great, and that's your number to beat for tomorrow. So,
yeah,
do it. Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
It.
All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
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 Good night, everybody.